We are on the air. Good evening. This is Magabella, and we are here for our Witchy Wednesday chat. Invitations have been sent, and we'll just see who shows up. So right now we have Brandy, Reagan, and Spin.
Hello.
So what do we want to talk about tonight? Playing video or
Annoying
what?
cats.
Annoying cats.
Whatever I said in chat earlier, are they wonderful, magical familiars and props, or bitey ass little sumbitches?
I'll go with the latter.
Yeah.
Second.
Me too.
Cats.
I'm going to sustain my opinion on that one. Okay, I have to actually have one that lives in the house and wants to live in the house. Mine happen to be magical creatures, so therefore, I don't know.
My cats are smart asses, okay? They are very involved in every aspect of my life, and Ra is so jealous that we were... I'm sitting here on the bed next to Scott, and I told him that I loved him, and he said I love you back to me, and there was a plastic bag sitting on the thing, and Ra went, meh, and stuck his face down in the plastic bag like he was trying to commit suicide.
Oh, they're melodramatic too, huh?
He's like, just make me sick. He's involved in everything I do.
Pathetic. Like, if you're trying to make your dinner, they're like, meow, meow. Like they've never eaten a scrap of food in their lives. So pathetic.
And I love it when they play each other against each other. Like they play one adult against the other adult, like as if the first one didn't feed them, but they did. So, but you think he's starving, so you feed them both.
Yeah, of course.
That would be the ones that live us best.
No
Yeah.
way.
They've never eaten ever in their entire life.
Yes.
Ever.
Oh my God. Yeah, there was a little bit of kibble left, and Batman came in and ate it out of the bowl, and we have to like watch it because we get ants, and so Batman rolls over there, bites, chews up the last couple pieces of kibble, and then Mal goes on the hunt and starts stealing things to try to tear open that aren't food, but he thinks that they might possibly be food because we touched them. And I'm like, he's like a raccoon. And literally, the food was just there. He could have went over and ate it before Batman did. And I mean,
no.
I was in the process of getting out of bed, and no, he had to go. And
You missed the back shot there.
I know. Nipples went streaming past the thing.
Those aren't the nipples that are gonna get us views, though. So they're not quite the right ones.
Yeah, wrong nipples, wrong gender. You got too many parts.
Yeah, if you wanna show us your other parts. I'm glad he made it out of the shower by himself.
Yes, he didn't die in the shower. I was getting a little worried too, because I was sitting here talking, and I'm like, oh, he's not back yet. Yeah.
Well, maybe if I talk 5 minutes more, he'll show up.
Huh?
I wanted to see how long
Stop
it
it. Go on.
I'm trying to get him to talk as much as possible because he's dealing with what I had to deal with, the whole duck talking thing, until his mouth gets right.
Quack, quack.
Hey, got any grapes? He's gonna wake me up in the middle of the night with that shit.
Got any glue?
Got any glue?
Got any grapes?
My favorite line is when the little duck asks for glue. He's like, huh? No, what?
The glue?
Oh, my God. No, I got that stuck in my damn head. Okay.
Hey, Reagan, I tried to watch your 77 things, and then I'm like on my phone, right, and then I see that stupid thing about the watermelon where it looks like the pill thing where it comes out the middle.
Yeah.
I'm like really crazy because I'm like, watermelon. I'm like,
I did the same. What was I watching the other day?
And I had to go back, and then I was like, squirrel, something else, and I made it through like the first 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You should see me trying to edit it. I'm sitting here with 2 monitors, and I'm looking at it, and I'm trying to like keep track and make sure I didn't say anything completely wrong. I'm watching YouTube on the other screen. I'm like, it's good enough. Whatever. I just
That's
uploaded
when I
it.
finally messaged you, and I was like, "What? Are you awake? I'll talk to you directly." But that's what came up about that whole monetized question.
Yeah. Oh, I monetized everything. All the things. That way, even when people are just, cruising to be hating, it's okay. At least I'm getting paid for it, even if
Yeah,
it's just a fraction of a
exactly.
cent. Yes. Hey, you know what?
Hey, people can pay me to hate me.
You're gonna hate me? You're gonna hate
People
me.
hate me for free. If they're paying me, I'm happy.
There's some people I pay to hate me, so what the hell? That's like some of the money back.
Well, there's some people that it's just mutual, and I hate them right back, so it's okay.
Yeah. It works out.
Yes.
Yeah,
All
but
evens out.
no, Toy doesn't let you know she hates you. No clue.
Oh, that's me. I'm Captain Customer Service. I worked with people for years, so everybody
That's
thinks I'm just
right.
so innocent and nice, and I'm such a bitch. Oh, it's so
I've
funny.
already killed you 3 times in my head. Yeah. But I did it with a smile.
That's right. Oh, that's the one thing I got from being born in Texas. I might have moved away from there at a young age. Might not have spent very much of my adult life there, but yes.
But let me tell you,
It's in the water.
there is a different kind of woman in Texas. And all the Texas men are scared of her.
Yeah, you gotta be a strong man to have a Texas woman.
Because we will hurt you. But you will never know it's coming.
Proper is. I don't think I've been proper for a very long time.
Oh, thank you. Oh, my friend. Oh, cold. So cold. It's been in the freezer. Fridge? Freezer.
Well,
Freezer.
it rained here today, and I'm so happy. And then I hear it rained with spin, too, today.
You know what? Screw you people.
The biggest you mentioned, I got beautiful thunder and lightning too.
Hey,
about
we're
to be
almost just as dry as you are, Reagan.
We have humidity here. We have so much humidity here right now, it's ridiculous. You can cut the air with a knife, but not a single remote anything looking like any kind of rain. It's so bad. Killing me.
Well, Spin picked up some kelp. He can give you some kelp for a rain spell.
Well, it might
That's
be
what I need.
radioactive according to Toy, so you might not want it.
Oh no!
I only handled it and didn't.
Some glow kelp?
And-
I mean,
Well,
it's
did you not hear of the little Fukushima thing over there in Japan?
I'm a little
Yeah.
old for raves. I don't know if I have a use for glow in the dark kelp.
Yeah, I mean, it's not glowing. I don't hear coming off of it, so.
Radioactivity only glows in the movies. It's not
Right.
that you don't truly glow.
She's gonna go to
Don't
go.
ruin Toy.
That is a sci-fi effect.
burn
That's
the
not.
Doing your own home
Well,
X-ray.
next thing you know, like, all of my town is blown up because I lit my kelp on fire. Poof!
Oh,
Well, guess you didn't need that part of Riverside County.
oh, that's terrible. There.
My
Oh, my
cousins
name's
used to
Robert.
live in Riverside.
So bizarre.
Okay, so what's the topic?
We should probably pick one. We're
What
only,
what can you do with kelp? And then the next question will be, what can you do with radioactive kelp?
next to a gas station.
How about? Let's see.
So wildcrafting is just absolutely wonderful.
Wildcrafting.
Crafted
You could.
stuff today. I showed you
Huh?
guys the dolls that I crafted today.
Oh yeah. Hey.
Yes. Show us your crafting.
Move, Aries. Look, this thing will not leave me be.
Oh, that thing is so cute, though.
Get off of me. And oh, she thinks she's so adorable. And the next thing you know, her claws are digging me like, I'm needing mommy. I'm needing mommy. Get your damn claws out of me. Cats are
Oh,
nuisance.
great. How is it that I always end up being the damn thumbnail?
Because you're loud, obnoxious, full of yourself. Wonderful
You got the
woman.
cute.
We're live.
You got the cute
Tell
cat
people
ears.
we're live. That's because my damn hair
Okay,
keeps
so
going in my face. And
Kelp. Kelp is the planet Jupiter, element water, powers, travel and protection, and magical use used for protection on long sea voyages. That is from Scott Cunningham.
Oh, cool.
Not much in there on that, huh?
Okay, well, I read that it's for prosperity and for air spirits and water spirits and money and drawing success to your and business success and customers. So these are my little yarn dolls that I did. This is the maiden aspect of yarn, the yarn doll, and that's the maiden. In the tummy, so that she's like bursting with life. So there's the mother, and then here's the crone. They're just easy little crafty things to do.
They're cute, too. They're so cute.
I like them. And plus, I thought I'm even going to get some more and do like little crafty ghosts instead of buying like Halloween stuff. Just craft my own Halloween stuff.
That's a great idea. I think
I love
sometimes you end up buying stuff.
I'm kind of just sick of seeing hauls, and I'm sick of like not seeing what people do with the stuff that they get. You know, like don't show me what you buy. It's cool if you're prosperous and you can do that. That's great, but don't show me what you buy. Show me what you do with it. That's what I'm interested in.
Yeah.
Like if you buy all these herbs, don't show me the herbs. Show me what you're doing.
Or
Are you
the
making
candle and the incense ones is what gets me. They're like, this smells like, it's just good. I'm just like,
It smells like my monitor.
Yeah, like
And I think the cat farted.
year, like 9 months of the year, I can't smell anyways. Like, so, really doesn't help me.
Yeah, to me it just smells like my monitor and the cat farted. It does me no good. You know, I think there's like a time and a place for everything, and haul videos are one of those things. And I get irritated when I get off on a topic and I'm trying to find information, useful information, and all I find is, look what I bought. Not look what I bought to use for. You know, and a good example is somebody that does their haul videos well within their, what is it, Jennings. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. She's a crafter, and she does a lot of haul videos. Like a lot of her stuff, she's showing you what she's purchased. And she also sells on, it's Jennings 644. She sells on Etsy, and she's amazing. Because she shows you what she bought, she shows you what she's selling, and she shows you what she makes with every piece of every bit of it. And her craft tutorials are amazing. So it fits, you know? I mean, if you're buying the things and you're working them into whatever your, you know, the topic of your channel is, that's fine. But if you're just going to do just haul videos, then that's just a haul channel that has nothing to do with the individual topics that you're covering. I think that's where people kind of miss the boat.
Well, I think there actually needs to be a separate community at this point for hauling, because there's people who really love hauls, and then there are people who love to watch haul videos. Like, I'm not gonna begrudge the fact that people like to watch those kinds of videos. And I mean, I like to watch book reviews or tarot deck reviews because I can get to know if I want to buy a book or a tarot deck before I actually do it. But like, I don't need to see everything. Like your grocery store haul, please don't show me that unless you're gonna show me a recipe that you're gonna do for your craft.
Well, see, the grocery store, I understand. Weight Watchers, it gives you a lot of tips on, like, these are 4 points on Weight Watchers. And then you're like, oh, there's food out there, but
Yeah, well, and that's the thing is if you...
I don't need to see the pins you got for this thing you're going to do.
Yes, but you don't need to see Weight Watchers on your Witchy channel. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's why
I don't want to see. I don't want to lose weight while I'm doing my witchy stuff.
Yeah,
I don't care.
It needs to be properly categorized. You need to put that, where it belongs. It's like me. I have a bunch of different channels because I do a bunch of different crap. And if I'm not feeling particularly witchy, or if it's a topic that has nothing to do with paganism, then I put it on my vlog channel, or I put it on my gaming channel. Oh, this is so cute. I want to be Deadpool. My son wants to be Deadpool for Halloween. We all know now that. Anyway, but I'm sorry, Bill. He's so cute. He's smiling. I'm walking away now. Anyway, the thing is, though, is I have my channels separate. I mean, I'm not gonna put I'm not gonna get on my pagan channel and bitch about my bad day unless a spell blew up in my face or something along those lines. It's actually bad. I'm not going to post my 16-hour Agario stream on my Pagan Naturalist channel because that's not what it's there for. That goes on my gaming channel, even if it's a variety channel. It's labeled as such, and everything that I put on there is either DIY or gaming stuff, but it's labeled as that, and that's what I stick to on there. My vlog channel, it's a personal vlog, so you're going to see a little bit of everything, but that's what a personal vlog is to just be kind of what's going on with me, regardless of what the topic is. And that's where people miss the boat. It's like, why not set that stuff up in separate channels? We can all appreciate a good shopping trip. I mean, come on. But if your Patronus is a shopping cart and your wand is a credit card, then make a damn channel dedicated to look at how I can shop. That's fine. Yeah. That's fine. But where's the spirituality?
Well, yeah. There's times when I've got people that show you how to find deals and stuff like that. I have people that do makeup. I have people that for weight loss or that kind of thing. But I go to those channels when I want to go to those channels. It's whenever you get on a channel and it's just there's no information anymore. It's just either what I'm selling or what I'm hauling. And I'm like, sorry. I see the same plastic Halloween stuff that everybody else sees. I don't need to see your plastic Halloween stuff. Well, I got to work all the way around me. It's plastic Halloween stuff. Mm-hmm. It doesn't make you a witch when you have it. But I love Halloween, so I understand wanting Halloween stuff. But when you're going to the Dollar Tree, every Dollar Tree has the same Halloween stuff. Except ours, because we can't get it in.
Yeah, eventually they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. Go ahead.
Oh, like I was going to say, that's the thing. Like, okay, if you have a witchy channel, like a pagan channel, and then you get subscribers, and then all you talk about is how Jesus Christ is your Lord and Savior, or Buddha is the way of your walk, or something like that that is not related to paganism, people would call it a bait and switch. And I kind of feel like with some people, the amount of hauling they do way outweighs the spirituality part of their channel. And it's like, I wouldn't go so far as to be, call it a bait and switch, but it's like, god damn, there's a lot of hauling going on.
Or, be friends with us and then suddenly want to, make us a whole nother person, like half of who we are. I don't need you to become, be a friend to me and then use that for your personal. I make soaps. I ain't asked a single one of you to use my soap. You know what I mean?
Yes. Well, and the other thing too is, I mean, it's just like when people sell things on YouTube and use YouTube as an advertisement. There's nothing wrong with that. And just like I was saying about Jennings, yeah, she goes on there and she says, this is what's for sale in my shop. Then she goes, here's what you can do with that, or here's how this was made, or you know what I'm saying? There's more depth to it, not just, you know, pull out a plastic bag and start waving some crap at the camera that you went and paid too much for
But
that
it's
has
also
no meaning, you
not
know?
like she said she was a cooker, like she cooked and she didn't teach you how to cook, but now she's teaching you how to scrapbook. There's two
Yeah.
different avenues. You made us believe it was going to be this, but then you went over there.
And you can make as many channels as you want, and it doesn't serve you any good whatsoever on YouTube to dump all, I mean, if you're going to be a variety channel, be a variety channel. Put everything on there, you know, that's fine. But if you're going to put yourself in a specific community, then stick with that on that channel, you know. I mean, like I said, I have multiple channels, and none of them are breaking the bank, but at the same point, who cares? That's not what I'm here for. I'm here for the individual communities. And my gamer friends could care a shit less if I worshipped my left shoe or a toaster or, you know, zombie Jesus. It doesn't matter. They don't care, and they don't want to hear about that. So they just quit watching. If I put too much crap on there that's pagan related, they just go away, you know, and I realize that. I don't understand, you know, I mean, it doesn't make any sense to me. And and then when they start talking about, like, everybody's got all their little things, and a topic pops up, and all of a sudden it's everybody's original topic.
Yeah.
That I
make
love.
your own videos. Like, get your own common sense. Like, that's my worst part. I don't make videos a lot because, well, I'll look it up, and I'm like, somebody already did that.
Yeah, or, I mean, at least if you hear an idea from somebody else and you decide, ooh, I want to do a video on that, then it's, hey, you know what, I was surfing along and I ran across this video on YouTube by so-and-so, and now I'm going to cover that topic. Okay, you know, and it's just like we talked before about, you know, there's some topics that are universal that everybody is going to have, you know, you're going to find a whole, you know, thousands of videos on that topic. That's one thing. But when you sit there, sometimes I go through my subscription list and it's the same damn video and they're all presenting it as if it's their own original content and idea. And I'm like, what do you mean? There used to be a time when people would actually give credit and say, hey, you know, this triggered it. Even if it's not a specific, like, you're doing the same, like, project or the exact same thing, but, you know, I was watching a video and I saw so-and-so do this, and now this is my, you know, it doesn't even have to be a video response or anything. This is my take on that, and then you just do your own thing. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I could go on and on. I'm just going to stop talking now.
Well, first, I wanted to say that I'm not, like, I know it might come off as we're bashing people who do hauls, but I personally, I'm not. I do hauls. I've done hauls on my channel, but it's not, like, my entire channel, you know what I mean? And not only that, but I think that the reason I think that the hauling community should be a community is because, like I said, there are people who like to do haul videos, and there are people who like to watch haul videos. I like to watch a good haul video every now and again. It's just that when 15, you know, at least 10 to 15 people on my subscriptions list are hauls, or, you know, what somebody is selling, I wonder, are we spiritual or are we about money? Like, that's kind of, like, I don't want to be a religion. I don't want to become a religion that's all money, 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 money. Like, I wanted to do a birthday haul, but because of all of this stuff going on, I decided not to. And I've decided to not haul on my channel anymore because I'm going to be the change that I'd like to see.
Yeah.
And then as far as taking credit, well, I'm just not even going to get into that one.
And God forbid, if you're going to do a haul, take your shit out of the plastic wrapper, people. Okay, unwrap it, set it aside. Don't make that little noise. Get ready, okay? Prep it like you're going to prep a regular video. Look.
You don't like the sound of constant plastic? What do you mean?
This is my great something. You know, stop. Quit. I'm glad you got new shit. Congratulations.
The other thing is, too, is, like, when I was part of the knitting community, and I was like new to it and everything, I almost felt like I couldn't be accepted unless I did a lot of stashing videos, unless I bought a lot of shit. And the thing of it is that like I felt like no one would talk to me, no one would watch my videos unless I was doing a stashing video. And I would hate from newer witches who are new to YouTube to feel like in order to be accepted they had to buy a bunch of stuff. Because that's not what it should be about. We're a nature-based religion, no matter what part of paganism you're in. You know, we're supposed to be a nature-based religion, an earth-based religion, getting our tools from nature. And I would love to see more wild hauls. If you got some stuff you got on your own backyard, show it. I'd love to see it. I would love to see a billion wild hauls before I see another, like, plastic, you know, kind of materialistic haul.
Really, a billion of them?
Okay.
Yeah, a billion. Before I see another, because I feel like I've seen a billion store-bought hauls.
Well,
I'm gonna
a haul from nature would be very refreshing.
Mhm.
Everybody lives in a different climate, a different part of the world. Everybody has different natural access to things, and showing what you haul from nature would be very wonderful. And it would also, if you not only hauled it, but you actually started showing how you used it in your practice, what you created, a follow-up video after the haul of what you did with those items. Some I know go into herb jars, things like that, after they dry them or whatever, to be used in various things. But there's a lot of things that you haul out of nature that you use to and make and use as metric instruments. I think that would be a wonderful thing if everybody started doing these hauls of what their local area had to offer.
Mhm.
And as soon as it's not where I'm going to get killed by a rattlesnake, I was going to do one off of my dad's place. But right now there's over a 6-foot one running around there, and I figure I'll find him. And I really don't want to haul him. I really would rather him just stay wherever he goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want him breaking my leg. Thank you. When he bites me. I hear that they are low on rattlesnake venom right now for the anti-venom
Yeah.
thing that you have to have, so probably would die.
Well, you wouldn't care here.
Don't They say the small ones are more poisonous, but you know what? The big ones will break bones when they hit you. So, yeah. I don't want to be bit by either one of them.
Okay, so this is a little off topic, but kind of not really, and everybody's gonna hate me for this, but I'm so sorry. It's like 102 here. Okay, so if anybody wants to throw shade, I will gladly take it. That was the other one. Is everybody talks about people throwing shade, and I think I understand. I mean, I get it. I mean, I understand going on and complaining about somebody else in the community and not, you know, contacting that person directly or whatever, or handling it, you know, through proper channels and just putting up these vague videos that don't mention the other person or whatever. I get that. But sometimes you try to contact the other person and you can't, or sometimes you're just generally bitching, and just because somebody happens to be guilty of that, that's in the same community as you, even if you don't, you know, I mean, I don't remember, I made a video a while back, I don't even think it's still up, over on my Disruptive Girl channel that had to do with gaming, and I was complaining about something that is common for like beginning YouTubers, like gamers specifically, and I was just doing a random, you know, this is something for me to complain about. I do that sometimes. I have to let it out somewhere. And I got attacked viciously by someone that was guilty of that I had never even seen any of their videos. Didn't even know the person. They happened to run across what I posted and assumed that I was singling them out, and I didn't even know who they were. So, you know, we get a lot of this high and mighty elitist attitude and this, you know, I am the center of the universe and everything that everybody does is a direct attack on me, you know, and it's like, I really don't have the time or energy to even watch much YouTube anymore. And then the stuff I watch, I'm usually watching Boogie. I don't even really watch much as far as witchy videos go, other than if somebody goes, "Hey, check this out," link, and it's usually, and I don't watch haul videos, period. I watched a couple and went, "Man, that just reminds me how damn poor I am. I really don't need that," and clicked away. So, um, yeah, that was the other thing that's like so on my mind is, please, if you can find any reason to throw shade on me, I could use it. It is so damn hot here. I'm sorry.
I'm so bad because I didn't get that until you started to explain it. And I'm like, you want me to mail you a giant umbrella?
Yes. Just stand outside and throw it at me.
I got so many haters. I'm just used to it.
Me too.
Okay.
I don't even have to.
Actually, a joke. I don't make enough videos for anyone to hate me.
Well, that's the
Oh.
thing. It's like Reagan was saying that if somebody so happens to sort of fit the bill of what you're talking about, you may not even know who they are, but they might take it very personally. Like, as far as hauling, we're talking about hauling. We're not talking about anyone in general, of course, but somebody is going to take offense and think that we're talking about them. And that's
Well-
how, the drama starts.
Well, here's the
No,
thing.
if it's about you, we'll tell you it's you.
Well, and here's the thing, okay, is if you do something, all right, and you put something out there, and then you find out that somebody's complaining that you're doing that thing or whatever, so what? My opinion is only my opinion. Do whatever the hell you want to do. Who am I? Am I any kind of authority? Absolutely not. Should you take any opinion I throw out there as gospel? Hell no. So if you find me offensive, tell me by all means. Do whatever you got to do. But I mean, why would me saying something, and like I said, I keep things general anyway, because if I have a problem with somebody, I will burn up their email. Okay, they will get messages from me on every platform on the internet. Okay, until I get a response.
And that's the other thing. People might be afraid to go to other people to talk things out, and I think it's how YouTube wars happen, is that there are some people who have problems with other people, but because they're afraid to go to them because they'll have a war at their doorstep, they just keep quiet about it, and then it turns into all this underground drama, all this, like, under bull crap, because you can't go directly to the source because that source has 1,000 minions or 6,000 minions that'll come after you because they don't like your opinion.
Oh yeah, like the great downvoting spree of 15. I know.
Step up your protection game and then, tell them straight up. Your protection game is strong. You can do whatever you want.
I hear y'all saying a bunch of stuff, but it's called block, delete, move on, don't complain, keep going till you find a video you like.
Well,
How about we all just do that?
yeah, well, and that's what cracks me is I get this stuff laid right on my doorstep, like I can't ignore it, and I'm like, come on,
Yes, you can. You can just move it.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Well, that's why I have the channel that I
you-
actually watch YouTube with, that I actually go on and watch videos on. No, the most of those topics aren't even remotely the stuff that I'm actually recording videos on anymore, because it's part of my relaxation and entertainment to go and watch YouTube videos.
I'm not going to. And it also is. I think in general. This is the time of season that people start shopping. So they're hauling a lot of stuff right now because a lot of people went shopping because it's starting to be the change of the seasons. They got the new different decorations out. This too shall pass. It will pass, and they'll be on to doing something else, and it's okay. I'm gonna stick to doing what I do, and people probably get tired of me doing astrology, but my practice works around astrology. So astrology is part of my path, and I incorporate it in everything I do. So I'm gonna do it, and You know, but does everybody want to hear about astrology? No, but
But
they don't have to listen. They can move on.
it fits your channel description. It fits what you
Yeah,
do. It's not.
it's part of how I work with the moon. I work with the planets. I work with the energy. I found that it's better to go with the flow of the energy that's running there at the moment instead of going against it, because then it's, yes, you can go against the energy and still have some success, but it's hit and miss success, and you have to be really good about overtaking it. Right now, if you want to overtake Neptune, good luck, because it is one of the most powerful ones out there right now. And Neptune is the master of illusion. Whatever you think is real is not real. It's an illusion. But has anybody had any fantastic dreams? Let's talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Yes. Let's talk about nebulous Neptune and the dreaming that's going on. Anybody?
I fortunately have not been dreaming as much lately, surprisingly, which is opposite. I dream all the time, but it's never like significant. You know, when you have those dreams and you're like, okay, I gotta write this shit down. This is important. I better not do anything else until I do that. Mine are just like normal dreams, like my brain won't shut off. And I very seldom, probably like once every 3 months, has a very important dream. But nothing crazy.
Well, important dreams don't happen every night unless it's a repetitive dream. They come when your resistance is down and you're open and you're receiving. So maybe you need to work on being open and receiving when you go to sleep.
Well, unfortunately, in order to dream, you generally have to sleep. Not all the time,
Yes.
but generally. I haven't been doing that. Yeah, I haven't even been doing that. I haven't been sleeping much. I'm spiritually bankrupt at this point. So that's why I'm being so crass and just like bitching.
You are not spiritually bankrupt.
Maybe morally, but not spiritually.
Financially, I am too.
But, you know.
Yeah,
Have
so.
you had any fantastic dreams?
Fantastic.
Yes, you had a fantastic dream.
I had a fantastic dream, but I had another dream last night. What is up with my dreams and smoking? Like, people smoking in my dreams. Not me, but people smoking cigarettes in my dreams. I don't know what's up with that. I read in a couple things on the internet, and one said, like, it's good luck, and one said it's bad luck, and one said that there's disillusionment, and one said there's not disillusionment. There's conflicting stuff, so I'm looking into that at the current moment.
Well, let's see. And what were these smokers doing in your dream besides smoking?
And how'd you feel about them smoking?
The ones in my first dream, they were very standoffish and unapproachable, and I didn't want them where they were. Upon reflection, however, they could have been ancestral, but I wanted them out of the space where they were, and so I banished them away from me. And then the other one that I had last night, it was basically like the scene in Practical Magic where Nicole Kidman is smoking after she kills the what's his name? The guy.
Okay.
And that's pretty much, it was kind of like that, where she's like distressed and smoking. And that's pretty much it. Like, that's all I remember of that dream, is that there was a girl very distressed and pacing and smoking. But it wasn't me.
Where were you when you were observing this?
I want to say that I was sitting or standing, like, pretty close to her while she was pacing back and forth.
You were observing her?
Mm-hmm.
She was you.
Huh?
She was
Oh, it was
you,
me.
and
Oh,
you're the one under anxiety and stress.
it makes sense, but yeah.
And people who smoke like that are stress smokers, chain smokers. That's a form of stress eating, stress smoking. It's, you are always watching and observing aspects of yourself.
It makes sense. But there's a lot of smoking going on in my dreams. And honestly,
Well,
contrary to what
smoke
you think,
screens,
the only
there's
time I
smoke.
actually smoke or do anything remotely close to that is when I'm on chat. I really don't smoke otherwise. And I vape, so, and this is a hookah vape, not a cigarette vape, by the way.
I thought you were just smoking a crack pipe, but we won't
No,
go there.
because it tastes like apples and it's awesome. They clearly
Well, I'm
Yeah,
pleased
that
to
was
know you're
healthy.
companies clearly marketed it to my inner child.
healthy.
It has a light on it.
I'm
And
very
it's
clearly
blue
happy
and
that you're not cracking it out over there. Okay.
No, crack is whack, and it's cheap, but crack is whack.
How do you know the price of crack?
Hey,
I mean, really?
don't judge!
Kids, it costs a lot more than money. Okay,
I
crack
think people are throwing shade here.
husbands, wives, kids, dogs, everything costs.
Cats.
Stop it! It costs you a lot.
Or your cat.
Someone tell her where that's from.
Coming back, so don't take the free one. Okay.
Oh my god. Yeah. End up having to sell your cat for some crap.
My
But
animals
like
eat
free
better than I do.
It's like cigarettes. They used to give cigarettes free a long time ago when it first started. They just give them out like nobody's business. You know, I'm sure when Twinkies first started, they gave Twinkies out to
They used to
everybody.
sell cigarettes for asthma.
Yes,
yeah.
they did.
Cigarettes for asthma. Oh
Yep.
my god. And they used to sell cocaine. You could buy it and it was recommended
Okay,
not
Yeah,
to
my
give it to
grandma had books, and in the back it had an ad for like the syringes and like the different opium and cocaine tonics, and I was like, "Whoa, this is crazy!" But they were
Somebody
like in
just sent me a thing.
books and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, somebody just sent me a
Why is it
thing. It was like
opium?
old ads, and one of them was one for cocaine, and it was for toothaches and headaches and joint pain and all these like random things, and they sold it for like 11 cents or something. I said, don't give it to children under 6. I was like, oh!
I almost wanted to call the phone number, but I couldn't find the Murray Hill part of my phone, so I couldn't dial.
Mm.
But yes, it would be like all these funky numbers, and then you'd call and you'd get it, I guess, delivered to you or whatever. You didn't even need a prescription.
Because it wasn't legal. You don't need a prescription if it ain't legal.
It was legal.
It was.
There was no law. There was no law against it. It was also the reason why people got addicted to Coca-Cola. The
Yep.
original Coca-Cola
'Cause it
had
was
cocaine in it.
Coca-Cola.
And that was the first fountain drinks at the
Oh.
pharmacy.
Oh, I bet those pharmacists love that shit.
Well, look at opiates. Oh my god. Like, they used to just like give out liquid. Give it out in liquid form. People used to just live on that. I mean, oh my goodness.
It's a whole different kind of life.
Oh, those were the days, my friends. We thought they'd never end, and then they did, and then we're all sad.
I can't imagine, considering that I already have a big enough problem with just caffeine. If anything else was like legal, I'd be in trouble. I don't drink alcohol anymore, but yeah, I couldn't imagine. I don't smoke either. I'm allergic to THC. They start legalizing something I'm allergic to. I'm like, oh great, thanks.
It shouldn't be illegal anyway. It's fucking natural plant.
Yes. He's duck
Well, I
talking.
know that my great-grandmother used to over-medicate my grandfather, and if she was over-medicating him on, like, opium and cocaine, no wonder he was kind of the way he was.
Well,
Yeah.
his wives like to over-medicate just so we can put up with them. My
Yeah.
my ex used to drink, and he'd get to a point where you had to just keep pouring it down him because you needed him to pass out before he made him go full of himself.
No, I'm okay.
Scott says no, he's okay.
Now he's
he's he's
What?
on Percocets.
Oh, it's
So don't mind the peanut gallery.
Now he works out a lot and tan.
I love you too. Shh. No, I'm just kidding. Oh wait, come here so I can.
Hello? What is it talking?
Hey now, no being mean. You need to calm down. No being mean. Leave him alone.
yeah.
Well, now's the time to mess with him when he won't.
You know,
No, that was mine.
See, Reagan, you just need to calm down.
He's
Leave
so
him
excited.
alone.
He's got sleepers.
I'm all happy, people.
He's happy and swollen.
If I was medicated, I'd be happy too.
No, I'm in pain still,
Yeah.
but I'm able to smile.
Yes. And
That's
talk,
the biggest thing.
and talk like a doctor.
So for people who don't know out there, he's had a whole mouthful of oral surgery today. And
Because Reagan
he's a
hated-
little bit loopy on pain medicine, but yes, still in pain, I am sure.
Yes. Busted out most of his teeth and she had to take him back. Before they sent her to prison.
I'm gonna go away now. I forgot to take one.
Not that one. God. I'm dizzy now.
I look over and Brandy's
Well, I also think, Spin, that your smoking is also the smoke screen so that you can't see through the illusion yet. So that's another meaning for it.
Yes.
Well, and then there's that whole masculine side of it too. That time of year,
Yeah.
the masculine energy from the dark time of year.
And then we've got the veils thinning, but not quite there yet. So therefore, still the smoke screen up, not quite showing us. They're not opened yet. They're getting there though. They're starting to open.
Well, that's the thing. It's that the smoke is never very it's never very thick. It's always kind of light. And it's not, as bad as it could be, I suppose.
Well, I had a dream, and it was very, very cryptic, as I have already contacted y'all about my dream. I'm not going to go into all the details, but yes, I have been contacted by another deity, and I'm still working my way around trying to figure out how I'm going to incorporate this deity into my life and practice. I did go out, however, and buy him his offerings. So I guess I'm going to do my mini haul. So alert, alert! Up there, I'm gonna show you my haul.
We're gonna freeze her
Take them out of plastic. Don't be a hypocrite.
No crinkling.
No.
People with earbuds.
My haul is in my box. My box came from Goodwill about a year ago. So there you go. The box is what I have my stuff in. And so there you go, Spin. It's the Al Capone.
Yep. I liked Al Capones. Al Capones were good back in the day.
Well, I got Jamaican Blaze rum flavor. And then I got pipe tobacco.
Is she really doing a haul right now?
I am. I'm doing a haul.
Yeah, but at least
Once again,
Hey,
I want to irritate you.
You love them.
But it's for a purpose, and it's items that you have a use for that you're going to implement directly into something.
I am. And not only that, but the deity that has contacted me, and he picked me, I had no clue, you know. Um, he likes pipe tobacco, and he likes cigars and cigarillos and stuff like that, so that's what I got. However, this pipe tobacco that I got also is for my ancestor altar for my grandfather, who I have his pipe and pipe stand in my magic room, and that will be also for him. So it's dual purpose.
Hmm.
So it's not just for one thing or the other. It's for both. And I think that's how I got contacted with this deity. I think it had something to do with the fact that when I was traveling years ago, I picked up a couple of items that I didn't realize may have been, um, I think, Reagan, I think you were the one that said, sometimes when we get things from souvenirs from places and stuff like that, that we don't realize what it could have attached to it, that kind of
Well, yeah,
thing.
you get that energy from the handcrafted items, especially that is being put in.
Exactly.
You never know what. What?
Exactly. They're fashioned for tourism, but at the
Yes.
same time, they're actual pieces of work that the natives of wherever you are going
The
actually
woods
use
and
and
the
stuff.
materials, yeah, and then the individuals. I mean, it's very much the energy of that location. Yeah,
And
absolutely.
that's the reason I got Jamaican and rum, is because I believe it was something I brought back from Jamaica. And And then this pipe tobacco reminds me of the pipe tobacco that my grandfather smoked. So there was two reasons for this, but it is a vanilla coconut. So again, has a ring of the tropics to it as well too. But I think that's part of what got all this going, and also because I was doing ancestral work, trying to go back in time ancestor-wise. So this deity popped out, and I think it had something to do with the two aspects coming together.
Yeah.
So just to let people know, sometimes we are on one path and something happens, and somebody else wants to come in and be worked with. And I am not one to deny something that has picked me,
Hmm.
because I think all of our deities, they generally pick you. They don't, you can pick a deity, but I don't think the personal relationship's going to be there until that deity picks you.
You know what I think of when people say I picked a deity? I think of like the bunny ranch where you just walk in, you go with that one and that one. Because it doesn't work that way, people. Don't dedicate yourself to one person because you might, grow and expand and change, and
Well,
that's not who you always need.
well, yeah, and I think that a lot of it too is, I mean, you can have it both ways as far as like you picking the deity
Mhm.
versus the deity picking you, but it all has to do with the energy and the vibrations and how you mesh up, and sometimes if you're seeking something strongly enough, you can kind of say, okay, well, this is what I'm looking for, and kind of pick and choose. But then there's other times it's that subconscious level where you're just, humming along to your own tune, and something goes, hey, I got something to add to that, and attaches itself to you, comes to you. That's when
Yeah.
deity picks you and says, hey. And I think that, I mean, either way can be meaningful in its own way, but yeah, definitely having it come to you, because that's coming from a much deeper level within you, because you don't even necessarily realize that you're putting things out there that way. So it's really getting deep in there.
Yeah, I think that each of the ones that have come to me like that, they had a purpose, um, and it was an aspect I needed. And so, yes, even though I wasn't consciously asking, I was. The questions that I was asking, the things that I was thinking about doing, and everything, the deity showed up to help me with that aspect that I didn't actually call the deity. I just it was the one that responded to what I was asking. And I think if sometimes we did a little bit more of that instead of the picking and choosing, which picking and choosing, like you said, is fine, but for real work, that deity will show up. Don't turn your back on the one that shows up, because that's the one that's going to take you from point A to point B that you are actually asking for at that moment in time. So whatever work you need, that's what's, you know.
And also you don't have another big thing is you don't have to force it. I
No,
think
no.
caught up in like and this goes right back to, it's just like with what I was talking about in the video I did about, you know, considering the source and books and things, and you know, this is another one of those major points for beginners is you don't have to force it just because it's what, you know, sounds cool, or it's a pop culture thing, or there's, you know, you need to find what rings true with you, what works for you uniquely and individually. And trying to force yourself into certain paths, or into working with certain deities, trying to force yourself in a direction that you're not meant to go, is only going to cause issues with you, because it's going to affect your magic, it's going to affect your being, just everything about you. You have to be able to let things flow and just let things happen organically. Otherwise, it's going to be a nightmare.
It's going to slow your roll, basically. It will, because I haven't, there's a part of me that goes very, I have no fear. I go places that I probably should even think twice about when I do it, but I just go, and I have a sense of everything's going to be okay. There's something that's telling me to do this or that or whatever. But there is an aspect of me that when it kicks in, I overanalyze everything. And when I do that, it paralyzes my decision making. And when my decision making is completely paralyzed, there's no forward movement. You just are stuck. This deity showed up, and I picked a wall paint. You know, that sounds very superficial, but it was really, that was one of the things holding me back. It was, and it wasn't that the wall paint was important. It was, he's there to show me something about, do this, don't, you know. I am too much in the feminine. I'm too much trying to weigh the pros and cons of every little thing, and I've kind of been in a stuck cycle, and he's already pushing me out of that cycle. And I am loving that part of it, but my body says, could you please just go to bed? 4:30 in the morning and you're still painting. Go to bed. So, yes.
Yeah.
But
She
it's getting
paints
shit
very
done.
quietly, so it's okay. I don't even know she's up.
Well, yeah, and it was the symbolism of it, and pulling that into, you know.
It was. And so, you know, that's just an example of some of the forward movement you can have when you just go with the flow and let it happen. But when he came to me, I thought, I second guessed myself. I was like, that couldn't possibly be. That's not someone. Why would they come to me? That kind of thing. And I don't need to ask why. I just need to accept that he did and go with that. Just like I've done every other deity. He's not. Um, he doesn't need to be handled with kid gloves because of who he is.
And, you know, I've been in this practice just even with toy for, what, 8 years, I think?
Mm-hmm.
Alan's 4. It's been a long time. And I just named my deity, like, in the middle of like 6 months ago, 7 months ago. And it was really weird because it came without me thinking about it. And I'd always been thinking about it because, trust me, I felt like I was the last one to figure it out, right? So you get so stressed about it, and it's really nothing to be stressed about, you know? Just because you can't name them doesn't mean that you can't just honor them in general, you know, the god and the goddess. And, you know, it will come to you And you don't need to stop working or not work as much because you don't know who it's to. You know, there's so many facets of God and Goddess that you're just, to everyone. And I think it held me back because I really overanalyzed and overthought it when there was really no overthinking that needed to happen. And it's not disrespectful that you don't know it yet. You just haven't slowed down enough, or you haven't been educated or had someone senior to you, who you can tell your dreams to or your thoughts to, or with these funny feelings you get, or maybe a word you see written on the wall, that can tell you, hey, did you not know this goddess? Did you not, and guide you in that way. So sometimes being solitaire and not having someone like that, or not having a circle like we are here, to give ideas, it can stunt you a little bit because you have to do more book study, more one-on-one study. When you have a group of witches like us, you can tell people what's going on, and it's easier because one person has already studied that. So together, like, there's what, four of us. If we all know something different, well, guess what? We know a whole lot of shit. So I think sometimes you just have to seek a little bit of guidance, and be willing and humble enough to say, you know what, I don't know everything, but together we could figure it out.
Yeah, and just like I said with me, once again, I'm no teacher. I am no teacher. I never want to teach anybody anything. Not my cup of tea. I always have people ask me, like I've had people approach me, and I get it a lot because, and I don't know why, because I'm like, look at me. But they're like, well, you've been doing this for a long time, so you have a lot of, yeah, I have a lot of knowledge, but I homeschool my kids. I do enough teaching. Thank you very much. But I don't have a problem saying, well, here, let me push you towards some information that's going to help you. And that's what's important. We all have our own, and yeah, being solitary is very important because we do have our own eclectic paths and our own way, and what works for one isn't going to work for another. And if it was, if it was that easy for everybody to worship and do everything the exact same way, we would have one universal religion. We do not, And so, the important part is to have people that can objectively say, here's a direction. Try this out. Without being forceful and saying, well, it's this way and only this way. No, this is my opinion. I'll share my opinion, and I will help you, guide you toward resources that may benefit you. And having those people in your life, I still, to this day, look for guidance in other people, and I always will. I don't care if I live to be 120, I'm still going to seek the knowledge of my peers because I don't know everything, and I love to accept the fact that I'm constantly learning and will continue to always learn. And it is really important to have people out there that are willing to guide you without leading you the wrong direction.
Yeah, it's not even so much guiding you, it's just that when somebody is telling you the story of whatever it is that that they're looking for, like me coming to y'all with my dream. I needed to bounce things off of y'all, and I needed to hear the input y'all were giving me, because that's how you go deeper into the symbols. When you are dealing with your own individual dream, it's your subconscious that's playing out, and that means that you are not going to have the clearest picture of it because that's where you've suppressed it. That's the dark part of your consciousness, and you're not going to necessarily know what the meaning is without bouncing it off other people. And that becomes crucial. And I don't even think that has to do with witches. I think that just has to do with just anybody in general, because anybody can have a significant dream, and the subconscious will come and rise up what wants to be dealt with, and You can't suppress it, because if you do, it will bite your ass bad.
Yeah, and it's nice to have people to have for input.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think one of
Because
the best tools that we could have is the ability to remain teachable in no matter what we're doing, whether it's craft or work or just daily life. When we stop learning, then that's when we think we know everything, and that's when we start making mistakes because we think we can write the book on everything because we know all the things, and we never can know all the things. And even if I know something on my particular path, let's say Reagan is following the same path as I am, we're going to have completely different experiences, read completely different books, and we're going to have a different take to offer each other. So even though we're following the similar path, we're not going to follow it the same way. And in also that respect, if somebody's guiding somebody, like if I were guiding somebody and that was new to the craft, what I say isn't gospel. What I say is simply what works for me, and it's up to them to find what works for them. Because when you start trying to believe that everything you read, see, or experience is the one and only way, then you're going to get stagnant and you're never going to find another way of doing things.
And the other thing is that when people, you may come from the same path, you may come from even reading the same books, you may a lot of the same things, but that doesn't mean that your perspective is not a different way you look at it, because our brains think different. They pick up on different things. They have different ways of organizing and stuff. And when you see it from a different perspective, it can open up a whole concept to you that you completely missed, even though you were working with the concept. I mean, it can blow it out of the water, just seeing how somebody else. It's the reason why you can pick up a Bible and 15 people can read that Bible and every single one of them will get a different moral out of the story. It's because it's speaking to multitudes, it's not speaking to an individual. And it's going to pick up what you need to hear at that moment in time, whatever it is, whatever path we're on, and whoever we're getting guidance from. Even when y'all give me insight, the insight that y'all give me, you may be meaning something else, but it triggers something in my brain that makes me go, ah, y'all triggered it, but you may be going, wait a minute, I told you something totally different than that. Where the hell did you get that from?
Yeah.
That's just the way our individual brains work.
Well, and that's the importance of communities. Even if we are all solitary, the importance of having a community is each individual is a faucet of that community, and each person is going to have their own little bit and piece that they're going to, contribute. And good, bad, or indifferent, it's all contributing to the big picture and giving you a better, more well-rounded understanding of what you deal with. And yeah, that goes for everything. I mean, like me, I'm lucky. When I was younger, I got to travel all over the country. I got to see all kinds of crap and meet all kinds of people. And, because of that experience, I have a pretty, wide view of things. And I still continue. And now, I mean, with the internet, there's nobody that should be as narrow-minded as some people come across, because there's no reason for it. There's so much out there. I get on here, I talk to people from all over the world on a daily basis, and I get to see insights into people's lives that I never would have dreamed that was anybody's reality, and to be able to be part of communities and learn and grow and have, like, real world application of these ideas that you didn't even know exist put forth, in front of you is amazing. And these are the important things, and to not just pick one thing and just, tunnel vision and just go with that. No, don't spread yourself too thin, and pick your path and do your thing, and stay within what's right for you. But gain your knowledge from everybody and everything that you possibly can, because there's no such thing as too much knowledge.
Exactly. If you're too busy saying, well, that has nothing to offer me, that is over there, no, I don't want to hear anything to do with that. And you're too busy judging everybody else's path or position that's where you miss some real important insights into your own path, you know? I mean,
I,
even if it's just to say, I don't like that, and I don't
exactly.
believe that, I don't appreciate that. I mean, that's still a valid thing that you've learned from someone else's position. Doesn't mean they're wrong. It just means that it's not for you.
Yeah.
It's not where you're at the moment, you know? It's not what you need to learn. Because um, I I can learn from almost anything and anywhere. Um, I can be listening to, random shit, just random something out, that totally, and have an idea of how to apply that back into my spiritual life.
It's like
It
watching
happens
somebody.
all the time.
Yeah, well, and that's with everything. I mean, that's like watching a celebrity be like, man, she's a bitch. Ooh, but I like her eyeliner. How does she do that?
Yes, exactly.
You know, I mean, bits and pieces from everywhere, and
Yeah.
every once in a while, getting the chance to learn from other people's mistakes instead of making them yourself. And
Yep.
even some of the most horrible experiences in my life that have happened, and even some of the horrible choices I've made in my life. Ultimately, I still learned something. I still took something away from that was useful and that I was able to implement further on in my life. So,
Mhm.
yeah, I mean, it's all gray areas. It's all gray areas. I mean, you can't just say, well, that's bad or that's good, and everybody has the right to their opinion. And I can sit here and bitch all day about haul videos, but when it comes down to it, what the hell you think I do at 3 o'clock in the morning when I can't sleep?
I Well, you know what? But what like we
Eating
have
snack
our
crackers and
Haven
watching haul
Pinky
videos.
watching, and she says she likes to do secondhand hauls.
And I
Well,
love it though.
I love the secondhand hauls. I love for someone to say, "Hey, I got this thing. It's this old thing, but this is what I'm going to do with it."
Yep.
Or how you multi-purpose something, because that is very witchy to take something that was already out there, already, and use it for a new purpose. Repurposing things is a great recycling. It's great for the planet. It's a very paganist thing to do. It's a very witchy thing to do, and I think that's the way our ancestors would have done it anyway. If they
And
ran across something and figured out what to do with it.
I love seeing things that are upcycled. Like just somebody finds something either dumpster diving or at a
Yeah.
Goodwill, and then they repurpose it and show us what they've done to repurpose it. Whether
Mhm.
it becomes, a planter that looked like a cauldron, so now it's a cauldron, or whatever.
Yeah.
I like seeing that kind of stuff. Like that's the thing. I would prefer to see the things that are being done, and then just new stuff that is going to sit in someone's storage shed. You know what I mean? Like
I
I
can
don't
go
mind
walk the.
halls,
Yeah, I
but
can walk
I
in
would
Walmart
rather
and
see
sit all
stuff
day long.
upcycled or recycled or stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, because I think that is putting your creative energy into something and creating it and making it your own, and also turning it into something very magical in your
Mhm.
practice, And even if it's just utilitarian in your practice, and I don't even care if you put it in your bathroom, but you've taken something, you've made it something else, and you're using it, and that is more interesting to me. I love those junk gypsies. I love what those girls from Texas outside of Austin.
Yeah. I think one thing also you have to think about is sometimes we don't understand things if we don't need them yet. Like I don't need to understand that because I'm not gonna really understand it. It's not gonna be of value until I do this shit in my life or this shit happens and this happens and then you have your aha moment or your understanding. Like there's certain things that you go through that you don't understand. Like you until you live it, you will not understand it. But it
Are
is
you telling me
enlightening
that
once
I'm
you.
going to understand these Dollar Tree hauls soon?
No, I'm
Yeah.
saying back to the
Yeah.
regular conversation we were having.
I
Okay, I'm
was
trying to get
like,
us back
wait
on.
a minute, I'm trying to figure out. I'm like,
Okay.
okay,
Maybe.
so
Yeah.
I'm going to get
Maybe.
to a place where I'm going to understand a Dollar Tree haul. Okay.
No, there is no understanding a Dollar Tree haul. We don't need to see your damn Dollar Tree haul. Nor do we need to see Hobby Lobby during Halloween. And okay, only reason you should ever haul is when it's Halloween or fall of some type, because it doesn't happen very often. And then we get really depressed when that summer shit comes out, because no one wants summer shit.
Everything's plastic legs and flip flops. Go plastic legs and flip
No, I'm
flops.
gonna gather all my nickels, dimes, and quarters. I'm gonna wait until the weather starts to change, and then I'm gonna go shopping. Bitches, show me that. Don't show me flip flops. You're right, Reagan.
I think.
I like my flip flops.
Well, and I think as far as the not understanding something until you're there, there's a lot of different takes on that. But for me, like when I was like in my teens, the concept of shaving my head was appalling. I had hair I could sit on, and I thought, who in the hell? What self? You know what? No words. Sorry. You know. What kind of an idiot would shave her head off? What kind of woman does that? You know? And then I just one day, it was really hot. I was in Louisiana. I've spent most of my life in the desert. I got down there in the humidity and the swamp, and I had hair I could sit on. And I said, you know what? Screw this. And I took a straight razor and I shaved from my ears down, and it was a beautiful thing. I've never been so happy in my life. And then after about 2 weeks, I said, screw it! Shaved my whole head, slick as a cue ball with a straight razor. And it was the most enlightening and freeing experience in my life.
That's why Buddha did it.
I always wanted to do that side shave, and I always thought I was too old until we got on here, and yours is pink and half and mohawk. And I might have the balls to do it one day now.
It's only hair, and the worst part is it grows back. I have to cut my hair so often it's not even funny.
My hair is so thick that I have to keep the underside shaved. Otherwise, it's like I'm carrying a blanket on my head all year round. And I don't like cutting it short, but shaving underneath is perfect.
Well, and I have, when I had it longer, I only weighed like, 100 pounds soaking wet. So when I started gaining weight and growing my hair, I grew it out a couple times or whatever, and I'm just like, I can't do this. It was just too much. So I would shave the sides or shave the back or whatever, and then I got into my mohawk and whatever. And I've got so much hair. Like if I part it just right, I can brush it down. It looks like I have a full head of hair. I have so much hair. My hair is ridiculous, and it's wavy and unmanageable and does its own damn thing. I just can't even.
That's the
least amount I can keep on my head and get by with it, the better. Only reason why I wear a mohawk is because I don't want to sunburn my head out here, so it's enough hair to cover my head when I go outside.
One of the important things to living in the desert. Yes. When you live in the hot sun, you either have to have hair or you have to have a hat. One of the two.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I mean, every experience, everything in life, and there's a lot of things that we see that we don't understand. We don't understand the rhyme or reason behind it. And, there's always something. And if we're lucky enough, we can get there without too much heartache. We can find out why people do what they do and get a better understanding. And I trust me, when I'm having a bad day, when things that are completely out of my control, are running me in the ground, and there's nothing I can do about it, but I still have to react. I turn into I turn into a bitch, okay? But I don't do that publicly. I think that's the difference. Like, I won't go out and just, and venting among friends versus public attacks is two different things.
But, we are on a Witchy Chat and we are public, so I don't know about that, but whatever.
But no, you know what I'm saying though is but even if we're discussing things and we're addressing things and we're not, I'm not, I mean, I'll sit here and make fun of all. Yeah, I'll sit here and make fun of. I don't.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I I don't subscribe to anybody that I hate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
First off, hate is a strong word, and it takes a lot of effort to hate someone. And do I get annoyed sometimes? Well, that's human. That's what we do. When you don't understand something or you don't fully grasp where somebody's coming from, but is it their job to enlighten me and to put me in a position of having a full understanding of who they are, why they do what they do? No. No, it's not. And like I said, if I get bitchy, I get bitchy. That's me. And no, I'm not going to apologize for it because that's me. That's my downfall, I mean, whatever. And people have the right to click away or tell me to go screw myself or whatever they want to do. I'm right here. I'm a grown-ass woman. I can take it, But it's just putting opinions out there and thoughts out there. And like I said, if I get unmanageable in a private chat, that's one thing. But I get irritated when I see people that, whip out that soapbox at every turn. And it's like, come on,
Oh, I know. They get angry a little too quick about things that really don't matter. And it's like, if you don't like somebody, why do you have to do a video about them?
Yeah.
I just move on. Just move on. I don't understand that. Never have. Never will. I'm not going to do a video about them. I mean, to piss me off to even comment is, it was this astrology guy, and he was all of about 22 years old, and he thought he was just clever as anything, and he started talking about Pisces, and he said, Pisces, you can just go ahead and do anything you want with, because they're this, and you can just run all over them, and you can do this and that, and in other words, just screw them over and then just dump them and leave them because it doesn't matter how hurt they are and it doesn't matter whatever because everyone's going to do that. And he was just saying that, okay, well, he pissed me off.
Yes.
And yeah, I told his little ignorant ass something. But it took a lot, and it was like a 10-minute video talking about abusing Pisces. And I'm like, who the fuck are you? A friggin' Aries? I'm like, what the hell is your problem?
According to Joy, all Aries people are narcissists.
They are.
It's a narcissism. I'm telling you. And no, you didn't know that I was a Pisces, right? That pissed me off.
And I want to say
like,
something about Aries, but no, I can't even
if I
touch
could have come through that camera, I would have come straight through that camera and beat his living ass. He was better anonymous, because if I ever run into his ass, he's dead. He's going to find out that he doesn't let you walk all over her.
You are a narcissist. You are.
Grab my blooded candle over there and set his ass on fire and see how many people he goes after.
There should be a drinking game. Just saw you.
What?
A drinking game for every time you mention that black candle?
Just take a shot. Black the candle. Take a shot.
Anything dark. If it was anything dark, we'd be so wasted by the end of it. It would be horrible. DNA, my black candle.
Okay,
And this
said black candle. Take a shot.
How this pizza? I brought her a pizza.
Hey, there's a place where
you love her when you bring her hooves and claws.
Sometimes there is a place for everything. Sometimes you have to defend yourself.
Oh, they said narcissist. Take a shot.
Oh, Blue just said hi, guys.
What?
Oh, Blue Whisper just said hi on chat on YouTube.
Hi, Blue.
Oh, it's there. Between naps, I want a nap.
I know.
Did she woke up?
I need a nap. I've been up really long. That's why I'm so hangry. I've been sitting here eating.
See, Reagan, if you're angry at everyone. It's not anyone personally. And truthfully, I don't watch enough videos of other people. Like, you could be hating on me. And I won't know because I don't watch most of y'all's videos. I don't watch a lot of people's videos. I'm sorry, I don't. I do Witchy Chat. That's all I really do. Technically, I unsubscribed from a lot of people recently within the last 2 weeks. I'm like, bullshit, 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 bullshit. My life has no more bullshit.
Everybody's gonna go check their lists.
Hey, I was missing a subscriber this morning. Damn.
I'm
I thought I was
gone.
down.
Check your shit. Yeah, I did that in my personal life and my YouTube life and Facebook life. So.
Oh, my Facebook's a battle, man. Let me tell you, because I'll be like, oh, it'll be okay. I'll just friend them because I'm never really on. Son of a. I talk myself into some of the stupidest shit sometimes. I just. I don't know. Glutton for punishment? I don't know. I am my own karma.
You're like, I know this is going to end badly. Let's do it anyway.
Full steam ahead. Oh.
And you're like, in fact, I think I like them now. Yeah, I like them.
That's okay. I have to deal with.
I like them now.
Somebody that I'm friends with on Facebook was following that whole fat shaming thing really closely, and I don't know. I mean, whatever. A lot of people responded to it, so whatever. But it became this really big thing.
I'm not going to watch some bitch tell me about being fat. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm not going to listen to her.
I didn't watch her video. I didn't watch her video. The short portion of it that I did watch, I used ad block, and I watched it off of somebody. Anyway, she didn't get paid for it. Anyway, but so my point is somebody on Facebook was following it a little closer than I don't even know why anybody would bother. And they're like, oh, did you hear what Rob Black said about it? Oh, and then Matthew Santoro? Oh, that's his ex-girlfriend. And I was like, okay, well, my 15-year-old knows who these people are and keeps track.
I don't know who that is.
I don't care who she was sleeping with. The woman's an idiot.
I did watch the video. I watched it all the way through.
Uh-huh.
And, truthfully, it didn't make me mad, which I wonder. Maybe I just don't think I'm fat enough. Maybe she's not talking to me. I'm okay.
It made me hungry. I'm sorry. It just made me hungry.
She didn't. She offended a lot of groups of people. Okay, so in YouTube, half the people on YouTube offend you, so you'll click it, so you'll get more views, so you'll hear about it, so you have to go over there. So, like, who cares?
And then the idiot went and she made her whole channel private and tried to claim YouTube took it down, which they did not. They did not take her channel down, because when they take your channel down, first off, if they take your channel down, if you actually get banned on YouTube, they explain it to you why they did it, and then when you get it back, you have no videos on it. I know how being banned on YouTube works.
Really? Do tell.
I did my research. I'm like, what can I get?
Let's see how many people I can piss off to get banned.
No, I had.
I hear a story coming on here.
Well, no, I
Story time.
I don't care about some dumb idiot over there that.
I was helping somebody that's a bit of a conspiracy theorist with some editing on some videos, and he was on a rampage, and he was like bitterly attacking people, and he got banned. So I do understand how it works. I've seen firsthand the other side of a banned YouTube channel, and yeah, you don't just, oh, it was banned, and then it be back up 12 hours later like nothing ever happened. It doesn't work that way. No. And if anybody that you see that's had something actually banned, whether it's for copyright or for content, yeah, no, you don't get those videos back unless you re-upload them, and you lose all your views and all your stats on them. So that's a bunch of crap.
Well, yeah, when you click onto it, it'll tell you this video has been removed.
Mm-hmm.
It tells you. It tells you that you cannot watch that video.
Copyright or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, it tells you, gives you that message.
Yeah. But it
But I'm not gonna listen to somebody like that
an
is an
attention
idiot.
whore. It's an attention whore. Attention whores make me tired.
Exactly, and that's exactly what she wanted. She wanted everybody upset. She wanted all that stuff because she wanted her 15 minutes of fame, and people gave it to her.
Oh yeah,
Don't be
I
giving
see on her
her,
Facebook.
you know,
She
that's
said,
the problem.
On the
I
backs of fat people.
recently got onto her Facebook and it said, "Thank you guys for making 3 of my videos viral." And I was like, "Does that mean your vagina has some disease?" I don't understand what viral is. But then I got it, so I was just like, "Oh, you mean you made a big fool of yourself 3 times in the public eye?" Okay.
Crabs.
Yeah.
Hold on.
She had the herpes, and she's hanging on that wall in that artist guy's thing where he's got all the vaginas.
The herpes.
She got the
Like
herpes.
a wall of vaginas.
Good.
Plaster casted.
Got a herpesitis.
It'd be like 3 times bigger than the other ones.
The doorway.
Like left like buttons on there of different colors and stuff.
It's the doorway into the
Yeah.
Like for that,
This is
what
an
is
angry
that?
chat this week.
Patch Adams? Were you not considered this like?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Wow, this is almost like real roast beef. Oh my god, I'm just going to hell. I'm telling you.
Oh, y'all are terrible.
I shouldn't be allowed in public. I really shouldn't.
You're not in public, you're in private.
Oh my god.
So into our private viewing.
What are y'all going to be doing for New Moon, which is going to be a solar eclipse new moon that is going to be powerful for 6 months?
Y'all better do something or you're gonna hear it.
And a couple
That's
days
right.
before my birthday. I'm excited. Are you kidding me?
When
Isn't
is your
it
birthday?
13th?
The 29th.
What time were you born?
11:15.
Where?
Victoria, Texas.
11:15
Would you like a copy of my chart? I have my chart.
No, toilet paper.
11:15 a.m. or p.m.
AM.
Uh-oh. Do you want
In
the
the
world
Victoria,
to know
Texas.
your
Victoria
chart?
County. Yes.
Who cares?
A.m.
She's
p.m.
untamable. It doesn't matter.
a.m.
Huh?
Sorry, my son decided he wanted to inform me about what game he's playing.
Hey, maybe I should start doing skincare videos because look what I did in my sleep. I had a pimple and I decided that I needed to eradicate it in my sleep with my
Look,
fingernail. I was like, at least it could have been in the center. Oh hell no, it's off to one side.
No, you gotta learn how to cover it up.
It's 103 in here.
She's like, I ain't covering shit up. I'm trying to uncover everything I can legally uncover.
Let's see if you can see it. There you
Oh,
go.
cried.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not cool there at nighttime.
It's not nighttime, it's still daylight out. Yeah, I could put makeup on it and it would just run down my face into my eye and I'd be like on camera. You could watch me catch pink eye in real time.
Brandy, Las Vegas is not in Central Time, okay? She's still looking out. She's looking. She's like, what? It's still daylight out?
Wait, can't you just let some shit go? Okay?
I'm located in Lost Wages, Nogada, okay?
You know what?
You're between California and hell.
She's not looking around. I knew that she was looking for a window because I have the blackout
It's not.
there, and she's looking
I
for
stole the sun.
daylight.
The sun never sets in hell.
You know what's Hawaii?
Lord have mercy.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna make a poppet when we get off this phone call.
Hey.
Well, Beth, you better be more powerful than me. Is all I got to say.
That ain't
Yeah,
happening.
you could have some.
I think she casts spells in her sleep. That's how strong she is.
I can,
I mean, that's
I
not a
can
thing.
knock some
You mean not
worlds
everybody
around
does it?
here.
Oh my god. You know what? You know what I think? I think my week has been so bad that I'm seriously sitting here right now trying to hold back on a Sarah Palin.
No, Sarah Palin, no, she's
Sarah
crazy.
Palin.
What do you mean?
No, Sarah Palin.
Are you gonna do an impression?
You will be banned.
No.
You will ban. You will.
Oh.
Witchy.
I was watching videos and I got a good laugh. That's the only thing you
No,
did for us.
Sarah Palin.
Send me a message after this.
I will. I'll share with you something so funny you'll cry. I just don't have the energy to talk about it up here.
That's when it's funniest, is when you're really tired and you're like, I'm so tired, I'm about to cry because I'm so tired.
I'm like punch drunk. I can't even function, and I'm not drinking alcohol. I just had a glass of Pepsi and 2 snack packs. Okay.
Uh-oh, she broke out the snack packs.
We're in trouble now. I'm putting on some.
Okay, I got 2 pipes.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap! I just realized why they changed those little tip things out, huh?
Hold on. They get grody.
Well, not only that, but
It's mildew in there?
they
It's people.
also melt.
Yeah. Over time, they get.
I think my grandfather smoked a lot on his pipe.
Maybe he held it in his teeth.
Apparently, I got DNA of my grandfather right there. Okay.
There you go. Well, you could recreate him.
His face.
I could send her my granddaddy's DNA so that she could, and then I'd say, "Bitch, that is not what he looks like. I don't know who the fuck you found that."
At like what age too? You wanna like make him a certain age. Ugh.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
I stay hungry.
You're always hungry.
You know what? You can stop hating. I do pay rent here. A little bit of respect would be nice.
Oh no.
Did I tell y'all I got a new roommate and she's just she's the worst. And every condiment in our refrigerator is expired. I don't know why.
Research.
I don't eat all the food in there.
Research. It's for research. Oh my god.
Okay, I gotta.
Here you are. I was trying to send you a message. I couldn't find you. Here you are. What the hell did I do now? I can't even.
Trying to send me a message?
No. There it is. I broke it. Some days I
What?
shouldn't be allowed to. Oh no, I shouldn't be allowed to internet some days, like today.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I was doing just fine. This is why I'm going to see my doctor tomorrow, because I've snapped. I'm on autopilot, so my kids are safe. I'm just. Oh yeah, no,
You're fine.
I've snapped. It's done for. No, but yeah, a little out there. Okay, I figured out what I was doing. All right, and nothing caught on fire. No, nothing
Well,
caught on
that's
fire.
good.
Okay. Yes.
It's always good when nothing's on fire unless it's a candle.
That's a start. Yes. Okay. I sent Brandy a link to something to make her laugh.
She's, she must be looking at it.
Yeah. Yeah, between that and then that whole like Kim Davis thing, I just can't even. I don't even watch the news, and when I do, I just want to cry. I'm just like, I don't want people to know.
You need to just start doing what I do. I don't watch the friggin' news. I don't watch the news, and I don't jump on them damn videos when everybody starts hollering about fat shaming and crap like that. I'm not gonna watch that crap.
Yep.
I'm
I watch
not. I'm not gonna
all I do.
willingly open it up and let somebody tell me how bad I am, because then I'll have to hurt them, and then I get my karma.
Mhm.
So I'm like, no. No, 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 no. I don't deliberately go and do that. And believe me, I have been keeping away from politics too because I don't want to hear any absolute thing that Donald Trump has to say. Thank you very much. And
My
then you
God.
brought up Sarah Palin. Oh my God.
This is going to be the first time since I've been old enough that I'm not going to vote. And everybody says, but you must vote. Your vote counts. And I'm like, look, if I vote one more time, there's only been one time that I voted that the person that I voted for didn't win. And if I vote and the person I vote for doesn't win this time, no. I'm not even going to vote. I'm just not even going to vote. I'm just not even going to. Nope. None of my concern. Head down. It's just a shame that I had to happen to have been born on American soil. But besides that, none of it's my concern.
Voting only matters when it really matters when you vote local, because then you're voting locally who you want to,
Yeah, but with Electoral College in place, none of our votes mean dick. That's just how it
I
works.
do not want Donald Trump as our friggin' president. If that happens, I'll have to find another country to live in.
Well, he's
I'm
run
moving to Spain.
before. He's run before. He didn't make it. So
But he's
calm down.
actually beating people in the polls. That's the scary thing.
maybe it's a tax write-off. He has spent so much money because he has so much as like a tax write-off, so he's just going to do it and fail. And
How
then
else? How else is he gonna stay in shredded wheat to wear on his damn head?
He needs
Has no one
to.
actually been I mean, I'm sure people are honest with him about how it looks. Now it's just got to be something for fun. You know?
So. I'm trying to figure out how far back he reaches to comb that hair up over his head.
Narcissists like that kind of shit.
Take a shot!
Narcissist. Narcissist. Can you say Donald Trump, narcissist?
Take a shot!
Candles, yes, black dick candles. Yep. The end of the table and
Narcissist. Wait. When we say
I
when
don't have a
black
black dick one, but I got one working here.
narcissist, you take two.
We
What?
need to make a little list and put it on the little YouTube channel.
Yep.
Black candle,
And then
take one
people have
shot.
to agree with us and then ask us questions later on, like after they're really drunk, when they're, and the questions get really bad.
You'll be waiting a long time for that. Be waiting a long time for me to get really drunk.
No, I meant our viewers. The,
I know.
3 of them.
Do we have any viewers?
Thought we
We
had
have
3.
3, but
I'm one of them.
Megan is one of them. And our Haven is one of them, and I don't know who the other one is. It was Blue Whisper, but I think she's already left.
She went nappy.
Yeah. Well, she. Oh, okay. Yeah,
Everybody
she's been
is,
sleeping off all day.
everybody is on drugs tonight.
Everybody,
Everybody's on drugs tonight.
kung fu fighting.
Everybody's on drugs tonight.
I'm not on drugs. I wish.
No, but God is. I'm talking about, and Blue is.
I wish I had a pain pill. I'm about to die. I can't even ibuprofen because it flares up my stomach so bad that I can't. Because ulcers and fun shit. I shouldn't have even drank that glass of Pepsi. I won't sleep tonight. Oh, life. I love life. It's wonderful.
I'm going to send you a care package. No, really. Y'all are so entertaining.
It's 84 degrees here. Oh my gosh.
Look at you.
Sorry, that's big news. Hundreds.
You're gonna get a curse from. You're gonna get cursed by her. She's gonna get you.
It was
She's
90 like an hour ago. It dropped that low in like an hour.
She's like, I am fixing to get my candles out, and I am going to fuck you up.
You're still. It's 100. We are still at 100.
Oh, I don't know if I want to do that. So never mind.
100 degrees. But
Sucks to be you.
it does. My butt is so sweaty.
Look at all those really great pawn shops.
You're gonna see. You're gonna see me go sliding in the floor because I'm sitting on a pleather chair. The sweat's gonna build up. I'm just gonna go whoop and be dead. Live.
Nothing sexier than that, huh? One time I had one of those wraps, those wraps that cause that sweat, right? And then I went to take it off, and evidently some people, like, it leaks out a little bit at a time. No, it was all in that wrap, and I picked it up, and it
That should
gushed
happen
out.
to me too. I gotta take mine off in the shower.
Poured a cup of water down my body. Never again, people. It is so gross.
Yeah, I used to take mine off in the shower because it's just like a whole lot of mess.
I have to wash my chair constantly because like I'll get back sweat and everything. I'm just like, oh, this is so gross. Oh my god, I'm like changing my clothes like 10 times a day. Oh, it's so gross. And it's slippery, and then I have like the leather on the arms, like, oh, this is so cool. And then I'll just go to lean and just like punch myself in the face. I mean,
You need to get one of those that's like a net, so the air goes through.
You guys are gonna see me. I'm gonna go to like adjust myself, and I'm gonna slip, and you're just gonna see 2 feet worth of broken toenails flying up in the air. Because I broke them on my stupid bottom of my desk. I'm telling you, life is just not enjoying me right now. I don't know what the hell. I pissed off a lot of people, apparently.
Okay. Blue says, no, I'm still here just getting the lowdown on my daughter's raw balls. I'm not going to ask.
I know. I don't have to.
I know what she's talking about, too, but I'm just going to just,
leave that alone.
I'm just going to leave it alone. Leave it alone.
We'll just
We're gonna leave
it on.
They're having meatballs for dinner. That's what it was. That's it.
Oh, I was wondering if it was trans. The prettiest trans guy tried to sell me some stuff today. It was really cool. Sad part is, she was prettier than me.
Oh.
Those MAC makeup guys are prettier than everybody.
Yeah,
I know.
that's true.
I don't understand how they do that.
Well, they're
It's
fabulous.
because they make an effort. They want to be very effeminate or they want to be female. So they make more of an effort. And those of us who are female already, we just take it for granted.
How all those MAC people look like that? They look like they've been airbrushed. I'm like, how in the hell are y'all doing that?
There's a tranny bar here in town that I used to go to all the time with my mom, and it's so funny because
my mom, I went to the tranny bar with my mom. Okay.
well, my mom, it's so funny though. Well, it's Vegas. That's what you do.
You can write a book.
But
You can write a book and call it just, well, it's Vegas.
well, we got started going in there
That's why
because
there's
there's a really
in Vegas that stay in Vegas. Yeah.
well, there's a really nice wig shop in the same shopping center. We used to go there all the time and get like falls and clip-ins and stuff and whatever back when I had hair. And then a few times I started to grow hair out, and then she was always trying to replace the hair on my head with more hair, and I'm like, I shave it for a reason. I don't want more. We live in the desert. So, but we would go, and she would buy all this crap and stuff, and then we would go over and we'd hang out in this bar. And it's so funny because like that was the only time that my mom would have like spot on makeup was when we went to the tranny bar. And I'm like, we're going to a tranny bar. Like, she's like, you don't understand. And I'm like, she goes, I just want to look like one of the guys. I just want to blend in. So she'd wear all this makeup. And these men were so damn pretty. You're just like, oh my god. I mean, some of them, you look at them, you just almost want to cry. They're so pretty. You're like, how in the hell do you What? Oh my! It's sad that you're actually going through this and born with, you know, the wrong parts because you got that makeup down and damn you got some beautiful bone structure. Just like, here I am in like combat boots and a flannel.
They're all, and the other side of Tranny is standing over there. Take care.
Like my mom threw my head on the way in the door.
Well, not every tranny is pretty, let me tell you. Not
Oh, I
every
know.
one of them.
I've seen my share.
Divine was not a pretty tranny, but he was funny as hell. I miss him, the comedian.
Yeah, I've seen my share, trust me, and some of them are hilarious. You know, and the ones that aren't like those model-looking ones, they make it up in personality. They really.
Yes.
Oh.
I'll never forget watching Divine's movies. He is freaking hilarious. But my favorite one that he did, and I've never really, I haven't looked for it recently. Probably now you could find it. But back in the day, he ended up on a VCR tape. Back when you still had to rent the VCR and stuff because most people didn't have a VCR.
Mm-hmm.
And it was called Lust in the Dust, and it was the most hilarious. The most hilarious movie ever. And he was making fun of westerns and stuff like that. And it was the town of Chili Verde, and he was the uh, saloon girl whore in the bar, and it was fucking hilarious.
Uh-oh, we lost
Because
Sasha.
every time he would get off, he would snap their necks. He would break their necks as he would get. It was hilarious.
Oh my god.
So, I need to find that movie. It needs to be in my collection. I don't know why I have not found it yet.
Right?
VHS. Nobody has VHS anymore.
No, it's
You have to get it converted from stone. Some of the movies that I really like, I need to get converted from stone. They're so old.
yeah. Well, it's just I know that it's probably on DVD because Divine has a cult following, so I know I probably can get it. It's just at the time I couldn't just access it. You know, Amazon hasn't always existed, so.
This is true. I tell you what, my uncle sells some very obscure things on Amazon. He's like, oh, did you see what I just listed? I'm like, no. And then I go on there and I'm like, oh my god. Last time I heard that was 1980. Like, that thing exists. I mean, movies, books, music, stuff that I don't even remember, that I remember from my childhood, like before, like kindergarten and before.
Oh, there's one whisper. Yeah, $46, Joy. Oh, hey, Blue. Oh my God, you sound like a little mouse. That's so cute. Keep
Your
talking.
sound is doing the thing
You're gonna make
again.
Reagan pee her pants.
Possibly. Drink a lot of water.
Whoosh! There she goes.
Just start cussing and waving your fists.
No better, Blue. No better. Yep, still like a little chipmunk.
Cuss and wave your
You
fists.
so. You sound so petite.
Yeah.
Why does it do that?
Just cuss and wave your fist.
I
Cuss
wish
and wave your
we just had
fist.
like a little caption of what she was really saying, but it still did.
Oh, hi, Tara.
What did I miss? Hi.
Blue, her sound's doing the thing again. And I'm trying- I want to see her go like this and cuss. Are you better now, Blue?
I don't know. You tell me.
Yay!
No. I am. I'm okay.
She just needed a cigarette. That's all it was.
I'm sitting here. I'm like, ow. And I've been sleeping a lot, and now I'm awake, and will probably be awake all night. But it's like, wow. I've got ice. They taped an ice pack to me. It's still there.
Oh,
But I
So
doubt
what
it.
are we talking about?
Well, just now I was telling you I have a boob.
Well, I hope so.
He has a bump of a.
It's still there.
Yeah, ice pack taped to it.
Did you make sure and tell them when they went in there to keep them twins and not just make them distant cousins?
I tell you, they rolled me in the room, and the first thing I saw was a fella standing there in the corner by this tray, and I swear that needle was like this long, and I'm like, fuck. And I said,
Dr. Jiggle?
I'm like my Asperger's syndrome. And I said, you're not sticking that in me. He goes, well, no, I'm not. The doctor is. I'm like,
Oh boy.
and
You know
they
you're
gave,
not going to have a good day when you see that coming.
I know. Well, they gave me a local, and they said it was to numb, and I'm like, okay, good, that might help. No, it didn't help.
The skin, right? Just barely the surface of the skin, right? It's like all it does.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I didn't feel the needle going in at first, but boy, I felt it once it was in. It felt like I had a pylon in there.
Oh.
Did you?
And
What happens when you get your boobs implanted?
huh?
Did they like strap you down?
No. No, I was doing a lot of breathing and chanting and all kinds of in my head, of course. You know, people already think I'm nuts. I don't need to do the goddess chant in front of them, and it's my way of calming myself. And but he said usually it only takes 2-3 minutes, and he was in there like 25 minutes, and he took 10 samples. And
Yeah.
he told me it was only going to take 5, but he went ahead and took 10. And so I'll have the results, he said, by Friday afternoon, but for sure by Monday.
What do you have on the cabinet behind you?
Cat.
Who
Oh.
me? What the hell?
Yeah, okay.
Cat.
Table. Down.
You told on him. That's a
I don't know where she lives. It could have been a raccoon or something. I don't know. Panther? I don't know.
Suddenly you hear the squeaky voice again.
Really? Seriously? I'm squeaky?
No, she's
Oh,
joking.
I'm joking. Oh. If you would have turned around, there'd have been a raccoon behind you.
Yeah, well, the other cat opened up the bottom drawer in the she opened up the second drawer from the top in the kitchen, went inside, got in behind it, and then I'll open it. She plays like Houdini. All of a sudden, it's like, which drawer is she in? You know, like the peanut with the shell game.
Yeah.
And now she's not in any of them. She's like in behind them hiding, and I hate when she does that.
Do you know how many times I go to close a drawer and I hear meh, and one of the cats are flying out at me? It makes me so mad. I was digging in. I had to call. I had to call to get this stupid thing straightened out with a check that's still not straightened out. And I went in. And I went in my closet and I pulled out I opened the drawer of my file cabinet and I'm digging through and I'm on the phone and I'm digging through. I get the paper I need to come back out here on the phone. And I don't see a cat anywhere, so I don't assume that one has got back in there. I gotta close it and I'm like, did those papers fall again? So I push a little bit harder. I push a little bit harder. And next thing I get is 20 pounds of cat to the chest.
Yeah, I saw Spins. I can't talk. I saw Spins kitty up on her lap a little bit ago, but my daughter was messaging me and she was telling me about what's going on with there, and I guess we're gonna have a round 2.
Uh-oh.
And itchy. It's the Itchy and Scratchy Show.
Galactic candle, honey. Galactic candle.
Take a shot.
Yeah. I've got to make one of those or something, or carve one or something until I can get a mold. But yeah. Anyway, so that's done, and then my other daughter, the one I adopted, that's soon to be officially. We have decided this is going to be kind of cool, and I'm going to share it with you, and I think I may even videotape this. But during Maybon, we decided that we're coming up with a new tradition for us. in our own way, since it's two of us now, and we are going to go out into nature and pack our little homemade picnic feast or whatever and go to a park deep in the woods and do some ritual and everything. And during the ritual, we decided to make it official, and we're going to do a spirit adoption, and mark it with blood, from our fingers, and just mark a certificate that I'm going to print out and then ask a blessing upon, that I am officially her mother.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I thought we'd do something like that.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
With you're doing the ritual. Now I've been reading a book, and I don't know if this will have anything to do with your ritual or not, but
Okay.
will you be invoking spirits?
Probably.
Now,
I think
when
anytime you're doing any kind of spell casting, or when you cast a circle, you're certainly inviting spirits in. You are invoking. When you do any spell work or whatever, you're asking them to intervene on your behalf. So I believe that, and it's my belief, may not be for everybody, but it's my belief that you're always invoking spirit when you're doing something to do with spirit.
right, well, the book says that to invoke the spirit and have it enter your body, and then.
Okay. Well, first off, let me interrupt you there. You can get a bazillion books, and each one of them are going to say something different.
Right.
And everybody has their own path and their belief system or whatever. I don't go by books. I go by intuition and spirit-led, not what somebody tells me it should be. And when you start doing things that other people tell you you should do, it's not your walk, it's not your path, it's their path that you're walking. You need to make up your own style. You have to have a personal relationship with your deities, not what somebody else tells you how to do it.
I don't know how.
Yeah, it's within and just open up your third eye with some meditation, and it will come to you. It's natural. It's very natural. It's already a part of you.
If you try to be over concentrated on what is right, then you're never going to get anywhere, because what is right, there is no right. There's just what is yours.
It's all
what is your
doing
things.
Yeah. And you can read every book out there, and every single one of them give you a different version of how exactly it should work. So, it's personal preference and what works for you that makes you feel like, I mean, if your intention is proper, that you feel like you're properly, handling things, then, I mean, that's your base, and as long as you're going off of that and not being,
It's a spiritual walk. To me, is a personal relationship with your deity. Nobody can write about that. Nobody can tell you how or what kind of relationship that you're going to have. That's personal between you and your spirit guides.
Right.
You know why every book is different, even though it's the same religion? It's because everyone's path, everyone's walk is different. And that's why there's the same religious subject matter, but it's going to be done from a different perspective.
Personal experience.
Everybody does their own personal spin on things. There's no right or wrong. So if you're hung up constantly on doing it right, I don't know if I'm going to do it right, I don't know how to do it right, then you're never going to get anywhere. You're always going to stay at start.
Well, personally, too, I think there are so many people out there that anybody can write a book. Anybody can say whether it's fiction or nonfiction. It may be nonfiction to them, and it may work for them, and they may think that's the gospel truth, and it may be for them, but that doesn't mean it's going to be that way for everybody. Anybody can do a video. Anybody can take students and say, I'm a teacher of this, but what are they actually teaching, their way or the person's way? You can teach basics. You can teach like the history of the deities. You can teach the history of magic and witches and everything like that, but you cannot teach somebody to have a personal relationship with anybody. That will be natural. It's natural. It's all natural.
It's just like being an artist. There's a certain level of learning techniques and learning stuff from a book or a teacher or something else. But eventually you have to make that art your own, otherwise you just copied someone else's stuff. Copying someone else's stuff is never going to get you anywhere. It's only when you start doing your own thing and creating your own, knowing what rules you want to keep and knowing what rules you want to break. And that is how you build your own path. Just like
Yeah,
being an
certainly.
artist, there's no right or wrong in being an artist. It's your expression, your emotional expression of creativity. And
I'll
that's
drink
the
to
same with
that.
your spiritual path.
Okay, that makes sense. Thanks, Toy.
You're very welcome. You can't, there comes a point in time where you have to put books down and you just have to start doing because, and you know what? You might make a mistake, but when you make a mistake, the spirits are usually pretty forgiving because they know you're new and know that there's no mistake that you're going to make that's going to cost you anything so big and dear to you that, because you're
Well,
at a beginning level, so you're going to walk a beginning walk.
As long as
So,
your
now
intention is there, yeah.
there are certain things that you're going to have to do a certain way if you're going to be in a coven like a Wiccan coven, because that's a religion and they have their own
yeah,
rules
that's,
and things to
yeah.
follow. That you may have to. But if you're a solitary and you're walking your own walk and your own path, it's a little bit different.
You can build your own thing. You don't have to
Right,
listen to anybody tell you rules.
right. And my daughter, Carrie, the one that I'm adopting by spirit and blood, she she dabbled in the craft a little bit back when she was a teen, and she read a lot of books, and it confused her, and she walked away from it for a long time because she was so confused. She said, I can't remember all this stuff. I can't possibly understand what they're taught. One book says this, another book says that, and it's really confusing me, and it's hard. I don't want to do something that's hard. It's not supposed to be hard. If it's too hard for you, then put the books down and just start going into meditation and let the spirit lead you, because it's natural. It's inside of you. We are all born, with spirit surrounding us, and learning how to tap into it and becoming enlightened to who you are and how you react and how you interact is a person. I really believe it's a personal thing, and I choose to share some of it. But really, the way I deal with my deities, my spirits, or whatever, may be the exact opposite of the way somebody else does it.
When you painted your first picture, no one held your hand and told you exactly what strokes to use and what types of brush, what types of medium to use. It was something you had to feel out for yourself. You watched painting, you liked painting, so you wanted to try and accomplish it. So you set about trying to make your own picture. You set about trying to get your own paints, your own canvases, etc., and do it yourself. Magic is no different. Magic, you just have to do what feels right. And I mean, you can look at what other people do, but in the end, it's your own way. And everybody can draw, a painting of a Jack Daniels bottle, but every painting is going to be different because it's the way that that person sees it. And no one person is going to see it exactly the same.
Right. It could be. I don't. It's confusing, It's like I can understand it from an artist's point of view now, like the way you guys are explaining it, and just to go in head first and do your own thing and do
Why
your own
not?
creative
Why
thing.
not? Why not? Why not just go in at first, head first? Why not?
Just jump on in and give it a
Yep.
shot, because what's the worst? I mean, you're just beginning, and as long as, like I said, as long as your intention is there, and it's not about the tools you use. It's not about any of that. It's
It's
what's
not about
inside.
rules. Yeah.
Yeah, and being solitary and being eclectic, you make it up as you go along, to an extent. I mean, there's certain things and certain, aspects that you have to do your research and learn how to respect properly. But if you're just beginning and you're just trying to wrap your head around just your path in general, then just you just have to be open to it. You can't just constantly, and a lot of people do it. They look they look for answers, to find that one book where everything's going to ring true and just click, or that one person that's going to tell me exactly what, and it's not. It's a collective of information that spans everywhere. It's all around you. It's everywhere. You can't just pull it from one source, because you're never going to actually get the true grasp of it that way.
Right. Now, going back to what I said about, invoking the spirit into your body. Now, I was told from somebody that that's a dangerous thing to do.
Really?
Can be if you don't know what you're doing. I mean, you can.
Yeah.
If
you're going to invoke somebody that's dangerous, is the goddess going to turn on you?
Well, here's the thing. The original question was about invoking spirits during my ritual or whatever. Invoking spirits is not always necessarily bringing a spirit into your body. Okay, sometimes you can have a rapport, you can speak with the spirits and know that you're speaking to them. That doesn't necessarily mean like you're sitting around a table seance and my dead aunt Irene is going to enter my body and do some talking. That's I'm not saying that doesn't happen, but 90% of what you do see in these little side shops or whatever is for show. But it does happen, but that's not what doing a ritual is. I mean, going into ritual, invoking the spirits doesn't necessarily mean they're going to enter your body and take over and you're possessed.
First of all, an invocation is entering them into the circle.
Yes.
You're calling their energy into your circle. Evoking is putting them outside your circle, that you want to work with this spirit, but you do not want that spirit inside your circle with you. And that's a separate little circle with a triangle in it, and you hold them there. But that's a different kind of working that a beginner doesn't do.
Yeah, I was just going to say that's advanced.
Invoking is invoking your god and goddess into your circle so that they can do the work that you're asking them to, or so that you can honor them in their presence. Doesn't mean that you're being possessed by a demon, which is a horror movie. Don't let the two be confused.
And
you're not going.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
you can actually decide you're going to invoke Callie. Well, then you might be prepared for Callie's energy when she enters the circle. Might be a little rough, but most people don't start out with a goddess quite that tough. Most of them are a little bit more, calm down, more chill. I mean, so if you're just invoking the god and the goddess, the lord and the lady, they're not that kind of energy that is going to, possess everybody in the circle and rip you apart.
Right.
It's not going to happen that way. That's horror movies. That's people who write about things that they don't know about and act like they're, invoking is this, so you can't do that. Because I ran into one of those ladies, and it was like everything I did, she said, oh my God, you can't do that. And I burned a bay leaf on my thing, and the next thing you know, she's, we're going to be poisoned because she's poisonous because she burned a bay leaf in the room. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. And my mother tried to poison me every day of my life. She put bay in all my food. I'm like, give me a break. She said, get this, you can eat it, you just can't breathe it. I'm like, really? You can eat it, but you can't. Okay. People will say a lot of shit. And it's out of fear and ignorance if they say it.
Right. My suggestion would be to put the books down and go for a long walk in the woods, find you a spot of forest, and get in touch with nature. Look at the trees. Talk to the trees. Talk to some flowers. Talk to poison ivy. Talk to a snake. Watch them and just, and absorb their energy.
Even if you can't, if if you're not close enough to go out into nature. Just like me, I live in the city. You know, I have to travel a long way to get away from civilization. But I get the same thing from going to a park that used to be a golf course here in town, you know, because
Yeah.
there's wild coyotes out there and there's birds and there's trees and, you know, even a
And
little
let's not
park.
forget the sky.
Okay,
Yes.
you know, sometimes you just gotta shit or get up.
Sasha, I can't hear you. You cut out on
Sasha,
me.
you cut completely out.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's bad time to freeze, then. Say it. Do it
I
again.
was gonna say, sometimes you just need to shit or get
Every
off the
time
pot.
she
Am I
says
frozen
it.
again? Am I frozen again?
Yeah. Okay. Try again. Take 3.
Again?
Yeah.
What?
Take 3.
Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Sometimes you need to shit or get off the pot. Cast your circle and get in touch with the aliens. Get in touch with the deities as Lord and Lady or Source or however is easiest for you. But just cast your circle and see what happens. You're not going to explode. You're not going to kill anyone. No one's going to curse you. Just open up a... Find out what it's like.
Right.
If you're afraid of your own religion, maybe it's the wrong religion for you.
I'm not afraid of it. I'm just, I've never done it before. Like, I've never seen it done. I've never,
No,
you know.
Get it done. I never saw it done either.
Never saw it done in my life before.
There's some videos on how to cast a...
I was well in my 30s before I joined a group and was part of a group circle. I mean, I started practicing I was like 12. I hadn't seen or heard. I didn't even know what I was practicing when I first started. I just knew that it was what rang true and what felt right to me, and I didn't put a name on it. I was just looking for the energy of the earth, the universe, nature, you know, and I found it, and it came to me, and everything worked out fine. You just stop, you know, don't try to put it in a box. You know, don't try to put it in a box. Don't try to label it. Don't try to make too much sense of it, because that's where a lot of people fall short, is they're so busy trying to pack it all up all nice and neat in this perfect little package, and it is chaos, you know. I mean, it's not something to be roped in. It's something to be in tune with and observed, but not, you know, controlled, in the sense of you don't want to put it in a box. You control your own energy and your own emotions to attract what's important and what works for you, but you're not controlling deity, you're not controlling the spirits. They're just going to work alongside you and help you where you need to go. You know, I mean, it's the difference between, you know, asking somebody, hey, can you help me load this truck, versus going, hey, go load that truck, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an ask for, you know, that interaction. You're not forcing it. You can't just put it in a box. So you really have to step outside of everything that you know. Take everything that you read, everything you know, and just throw it all out the window and just go out for a walk somewhere. Go step outside. You don't even have to go for a walk. I know for me some days it's hard. Go get yourself some sky. Go out at night when the stars are out, you know, and, you know, talk to the moon. You know, I mean, just enjoy.
Grab a sheet or a blanket and go sit somewhere out in Earth and just sit.
Well, my favorite part of, you know how I don't know if I asked you guys, but I asked my group about, you know, what was your sacred space, and my sacred space in my city that I've been to is the harbor. I feel most peaceful at the harbor, even though I'm terrified of boats, which makes no sense.
No, that's understandable, because a boat is a man-made thing, and the water is nature, and you're attracted to the water and where the water meets the earth, not the boats, and that's fully understandable. You know, I'm an air sign. I love anything air sign related. I'm terrified of airplanes. I've never been on a commercial flight because they scare the hell out of me. But does that, it doesn't stop me from enjoying the wind and the leaves blowing in the trees and every other aspect of that thing. But the man-made, airplanes just they're not my thing. So there's nothing wrong with being terrified of the boats because I relate. I understand that.
It's like where the where the harbor goes is you drive through to the harbor. You have where all the boats are, and then if you go about half a block to the left, there'll be like a canteen, and then there'll be like a walkway, a path, and they'll have benches, and that's usually where the swans will be. Swans or geese.
Yeah.
And I find that that's the most relaxing spot that I've ever been to.
Well, and that's the kind of place you want to find to go meditate or, just oh, I have a Mormon friend that would just reach out and slap me right now. Go ponder. Do some pondering on your beliefs and on your religion, on the energy and what rings true with you. And like I said, stop trying to put it in a box. Stop trying to make too much sense of it.
And meditating's a real good way too to get in touch. I mean, I can remember, and I don't think I'll ever forget, the first time I cast a circle and went into it and started meditating, cleared my mind of everything, and until it went blank, and images started to come at me, and I got to the point where I remembered these images, and first thing I did went to Google and I started searching images and trying to find these images that were coming at me, and what did they mean. And the first one I came and spin will like this. The first image that came to me when I started looking up images of a girl with dark hair, and what I came up with the Morrigan. I thought it was so cool. And she wasn't the only one either, but that was the first image that came to me. And I didn't understand it. I didn't really, at that point, know anything about the gods or goddesses or any of the deities at that point. And I still don't. It's always a learning thing. You're never going to know everything because it's an ongoing learning thing. There's always going to be something new.
Mm-hmm.
And if you can't meditate, then get a journal out and try to, next time you're at the harbor, why is it making me feel so peaceful? What is it that's standing out? What are you feeling? What emotion are you having? Is the swan trying to tell you something? Is the goose trying to come up to you? What does the goose represent? What does the swan represent? What does the water represent to you? It's two female elements, the water and the earth. And you just start going from there. Start journaling. Pick up what picks up out of the sky. Is there a pelican that comes along and parks itself near you? Is there a frog or a crab, or is it a smell in the air? Is it cloud gazing? What shapes are you seeing in the clouds above you? Whatever it is, it's going to be unique to you. And start writing it down, and then figure out what those images mean to you. What is it that makes you so calm there? What makes you like that spot over any other spot?
I've never thought of it that way.
That's what you got to do. That's the witchy way, is to look at all the other reasons why something is the way you are. You're resonating to that spot for a reason. Why?
Right.
Power of water, power of emotion.
Well, I'm a water sign, so
the water is maybe calling to your water sign, or maybe it's the earth there at the water so that you can be grounded, because water is not very grounded. So maybe it's the ground beneath your feet next to the water that's showing you this is the way you ground, this is the way you grow. This is the way there's all kinds of things, and it's going to be unique to you. No one can tell you what it means to you. Only you can, but you have to self-reflect. You have to self-analyze, and you've got to figure out what it is. You've got to figure out what the energy feels like in your magic circle, and that's why you have to do it. You have to do your own first circle. You have to do, no one can tell you what to do in that circle. You don't have to do anything in that circle. Light a candle, sit in a circle. Just practice building the energy in a circle. That's all it has
Exactly.
to be at first.
You know,
Commune with the energy.
I'm picking up a lot of that you have a lot of self-doubt, Tara, and you need to learn to trust yourself. And just like she said, there's a starting point. And you know, when you're looking at what these things mean to you, don't ignore you and your feelings about them, and get to know yourself too, because I'm detecting that you have that you need to learn self-love. And trust. You need to learn to trust yourself and your spirit and what your heart's telling you about you. Because when you become one with yourself, and really, that's, some people might think that's silly, but it's not. It's really not. When you become one with yourself, you can gain some self-confidence. When you learn yourself what you like, and I don't mean telling everybody, well, this is about me and this is about me. I'm telling you to tell yourself it's okay to be you and become one with yourself, and learn yourself, empower yourself. And once you get to that point where you have the self-confidence and you do have that self-empowering feeling, then everything else will fall into place. But I think that's where you really need to start. Go into nature, and yeah, look at these other things too, but do not ignore yourself. Learn you and learn to love you, and you're perfect. I have a video on this. You're perfect. Go, you need to watch it. You are perfect for who you are and where you are in your walk right now, because the first, and this is cliche, I know, every journey begins with the first step, and the first step is you.
And remember, the people around you do not have to go on your journey with you.
Yep.
Right.
They don't have to participate, and they don't have to join in any way, shape, or form. That doesn't mean that you can't have your own journey.
Right.
It's not about other people joining in or accepting you. They're not going to accept you until they see you actually walking your journey. If they don't even see you walking it, then why would they want to join?
Well, like what I told you guys, not last Wednesday, but the Wednesday before, I did cast my first circle and I did do my first spell, and it was a successful spell.
See?
Now I may not have total self-loathing, and I may not have total self-love, but I don't completely hate myself.
Right. Well, you shouldn't, and you shouldn't hate yourself. But the thing is, now build that circle to do nothing but
Trust.
sit there
Learn to
with
trust
your
yourself.
God and Goddess. Just call them into the circle, ask them to be present, and sit there and commune with them and see what comes up. If you've done a spell, then you can do this. You don't have to have a purpose inside that circle. You can just be communing with them and see who they are. What are they going? What messages are they trying to give you? What message do you have to give them? Ask them questions. Let them ask so that they can show you signs and what you need to grow or to be better or to empower, and then tell them to let it come through your artwork, because that's a way that you meditate, because your artwork. Okay, well then you're at a blank canvas. Maybe you set a circle and you were in there with nothing but your canvas, and let your God and Goddess move you to express something on that canvas. Sometimes your answers can come in a lot of different ways.
I use my camera. I take pictures.
Exactly.
And
I use my
creativity is part of the process, and if you are an artist, use that to your power in your practice, because that's a way that they can take over and express something on the canvas for you, that when you step back and look at the finished picture, you go, oh, personal message to you, maybe
and
straight from them.
And when you're using your art and your magic, sometimes you don't know what it's going to be. It might be, like for me, it's a couple of chords or some strumming or whatever. For you, it might be a couple of brush strokes. But before you know it, it takes on a life of its own when you just kind of let your deity take effect and do what they do. And then by the time you're done, you're kind of watching yourself in this moment where you have no clue what you're doing, but you're doing it, and the second you try to think, you screw it up because it's not you who's supposed to control it. It's them. And at the end of the project, at the end of your session, your painting session or whatever, you can look back on what you've done, and it's something that is completely beyond you because you didn't do it. And that's the
Right.
awesomest thing in the world. And what is magic doing for the eclipse? I think Toy asked this earlier, but is this the one on the 13th
Yes, ma'am.
or the 15th?
Eclipse is when?
13th.
Is it the lunar
My birthday,
eclipse or
so I'll be
the
doing
just the
some
sun eclipse?
Solar eclipse is the new moon.
Yep, I'll be doing some magic on that day.
Solar
It's my
eclipse is always
You
a
betcha.
new. It's as powerful as a super moon, a super new moon. It's going to have the power to work at least 6 months into your future. So it's a very powerful time.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
And Saturn will be going into Sagittarius shortly after that. And there's a lot of stuff moving. Jupiter and Neptune are in opposition with each other, which means Jupiter is expanding Neptune, which means dreams, illusions, all that stuff. All the nebulous stuff in Pisces is there. It's also expanding Chiron, the wounded healer. And then you've got Venus and Mars going to conjunct again because she's direct now. She's going to go back over Mars again for a third time this year. She's conjunct him. So that's a very powerful time. That's a great work in and of itself. We've got all kinds of energy going on out there.
Yep.
And Mercury is going retrograde.
Yes,
Yeah, and I got to
it
figure out a
is.
way to make that work for me.
Well,
I
it's going to
find
be in
that
Libra, so
I find that when Mercury's in retrograde, it doesn't really bother me that much.
I usually do better when Mercury's in retrograde. That's when all the good things happen in my life.
okay.
It's so true.
Well, y'all go
I
and
noticed
enjoy
that
your
the
good
assholes
stuff.
become more asshole-ish.
For me, it's clarity.
Yeah,
People reveal themselves at that point. Usually, for me,
exactly.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
sometimes the situation that gets me to that point is not a pleasant one, but the overall outcome of Mercury retrograde is a positive one. But I do everything backwards, so that's just normal.
Well, the thing is, Mercury retrograde isn't meant to be a negative. People put the negative on it. They focus the negative on it. Well, yeah, it's going to be negative. Yes, there's some basic rules, like you probably shouldn't buy something in Mercury retrograde that's mechanical or something, because it's usually going to be flawed in some way. You're not going to pay attention to fine details in contracts and stuff like that. But barring that, it's usually a chance to reassess, redo, refocus, re-something in your life. It gives you a chance to re-examine something, depending on what area it's in. Doesn't have to be, that's not a negative. That is saying, hey, is this still working for me? Okay, well, it's not. Let me get rid of that. Oh, this one is working for me. Okay, this stays. I mean, it doesn't have to be negative. It's use the energy for your betterment, not for your detriment.
Well, and that was always my goal because my mom's one of those people. Oh, it's Mercury retrograde. Like it's going to be panic in the streets and, rioting. And it's like, no, that's not how it works. We don't spend that time.
However,
people.
Sometimes it can bring you, and it's in Libra, House of Relationships, old lovers, narcissists, no.
Take 2 shots.
Oh, I remember last retrograde, it seemed like everything that could go wrong with my electronics did.
Oh, every
Yep.
And
every single retrograde, everybody that I've ever slept with calls me.
Yeah. Can we say narcissist? Let's drink
Two
again.
shots.
I'm out. I'm out.
Not making the people drink, Toy.
I'm out. I gotta go get some more.
You gotta take 2 shots.
And the thing is, what Mercury is this giant, not giant, this little tiny hunk of iron. That's all it is. It's a planet of this iron. It's just a solid chunk of iron. And it's going around the sun. And it acts as a buffer between the solar energy and Earth. And so when it's retrograde, it can fuck up communications. It can fuck up your electronics, anything that it's the solar energy is messing you up basically because Mercury going retrograde is not acting as that same buffer towards us. So there are times when Mercury is messing up communication satellites, phones mess up a lot, computers mess up. I screw up all kinds of stuff. The other day I was messing up everything, and it wasn't even Mercury retrograde. I like an electric demon following me everywhere I went. I was like, what the hell? I'm collecting brownies, electric demons, and male deities that tell me that I need to focus on the men. I'm like, it's not my forte, focusing on the man.
yeah, but maybe that's because you've had maybe some personal issues, and it's like a reminder, like, hey, look, we're not all the same.
No, I know it is. I know exactly what it is. My problem is I don't want to get into it.
That's okay. You don't have to.
It's because I was
He does
held
have to, that's
captive
the thing.
for 30 years by a terrorist of a man, and yes, I am terrified of commitment, and I'm terrified of some other things when it comes to giving up my life that I've created. But I know they're not all the same. But that doesn't mean that I still don't cringe at the thought of. That's why I've got to work with this deity. I know why he came in. But ask me why I haven't done my first ritual with him. See, I know.
He's asking you to do something that's going against your grain right now because, you know.
Yeah, I'm like, I've got this important meeting tomorrow morning, and so I'm like, okay, let's do this thing after that. Because, I need to get this certain stuff out of the way first. Because
it's stepping out of your comfort zone.
I need to know he's not going to fuck my world up before I be right back.
Gotta get that wine. Yep.
Well, and that's the difference. I mean, like Tara, what you're talking about and just getting started is one thing. I mean, that's easy. It's when you get into the higher level, more specialized stuff that you have to be a lot more careful. But when you're just when you still got your training wheels on, you're fine. You've got that safety net there because I mean, deity is going to recognize the fact that you're new. It's not going to rip you to pieces, But when you get
I would strongly suggest protection spells. A lot of protection spells. When you first start, you don't know what you're getting into. You do have that safety net, but always do a protection.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do a protection.
You can just. Why don't you know how to do protection?
Pardon?
I said, how to do protection? Like, why don't you think you know how? Is it because you've never read how to do it, or you never saw one done?
Both.
Well, it doesn't matter. That's the thing.
What sounds right to you? What makes you feel
what sounds right to
you? Putting down a circle of salt and standing inside it, lighting a white candle, casting a circle using your finger or a wand, or your lighter if you're a smoker. I mean, you put your
envisioning the bubble, yeah.
Yeah. And
Wait. Just wait. What makes you feel protected? What makes you feel like protect? When you think protection, what do you think of?
I think of my passed away cat.
Okay. What else do you think of?
My dad.
Okay. What else? Just keep thinking of things that. See, it's just about all those things. So your cat, the masculine, whatever it is that makes you feel protected, those are the things you want to envision. And then if you want to make a different type of manifestation of them, like you can do a cat, paint a picture of a cat and have that up as your protection. Enchant it with protection magic. Take something that is masculine to you, enchant it with protection magic, and there you go. It's as simple as that. Whatever is that cue for you is going to be what works.
Right.
We can say, okay, well, a bunny grazing in beautiful green grass, that's protection to me. It might not be for you. You know what I mean? It's going to be different for everybody. So whatever makes you feel protected when you're the most frightened or feel the most danger, that's the things that you're going to want to call upon to protect you.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes you just embrace that love from them, and
Just
you can.
envision that energy surrounding.
And if you're still confused, just go to YouTube, put in the search thing, protection circle.
Simple.
There's like a zillion of them on YouTube.
Right. And then also, I'm sure there's some in my books too, but I'm trying to get away. Excuse me. I'm trying to get away from the books because I know this is gonna sound strange, but one of my books says that I can't learn from books, even though it's telling me to learn from the book. It says not to learn from the book, which is a contradiction in itself.
No,
I'm
it's
only on the
not.
first. Pardon?
It's not a contradiction. It's telling you to put down the damn book and go do. You can't learn until you do. You can read the books for years, but if you never get out and do, then you've done nothing.
Right.
All you are is just someone who's reading a bunch of books, but that doesn't make you have a practice. The practice is actually doing it. You can read 1,000 books on being an artist. Are you an artist until you pick up a paintbrush? Or
No.
whatever medium you're doing? Well, if you're going to keep yourself in the books and you're not going to do the practice, then you haven't started your practice yet.
What I brought up to what's his name? I can't remember his name, but I mentioned he made a video response to Tequila about witches who don't witch, and I'm like, well, I've done, I do prayers, daily prayers as much as I can when I have. Well, I try to do daily prayers every morning, but sometimes I have to do them at night. But I've done a couple spells. But I see all these witches that have all these herbs and oils and stuff, and it's just like, and then everybody's telling me I don't need any of that stuff, and then, but all these spells say that you need, this herb or that oil and that oil and.
You need that oil because that's the spell that they put together. You have to create your own spell with your own correspondences. That's the difference. They created a spell. You haven't created a spell. When you copy a spell, yeah, you have to have what they have in that spell. You don't have to have that in your spell if you were creating your own spell.
That's what we were talking.
Or a lot of times what you do is if you don't have exactly everything they have.
About halls.
Mm-hmm. Go with what feels right. If you look up in your cupboard and you see that you have cinnamon, rosemary, thyme, and sage, and you're wanting to do a cleansing spell, and you feel, and I mean, certainly everybody says sage is great for cleansing, but you feel led to use the rosemary, use the rosemary.
Right.
That's what you feel led to use. If somebody does a spell and you want to kind of try your own spell and you're going to do it the way they did it, but you don't have everything that they have, stop for a minute and think. Are you going to do their spell or are you going to make it your own? And make it your own. If they have a blue candle and you don't have a blue candle, but you have, you have a white candle, white covers everything. Color it. This is what I do. I use Sharpie markers of different colors with tea candles that are cheap, and you don't need any of that, really. You don't. It's the truth. There are some witches that all they have to do is concentrate, look, and boom, they've done their spell. You don't have to have anything. You don't have to cast a circle or nothing to have magic, to do magic. Those things are just things to help you focus. The more you put your intent into your spell, it's not the candle that's doing the spell, it's you. Because you're putting your intent into all these things, these things that help you to focus on what it is you want. So it's ultimately you that's doing the
Right.
spell, not the things.
Yep.
I have a cabinet full of herbs. I've taken 40 years to collect that stuff.
Yeah.
It didn't happen overnight. I didn't have anything but what was in my kitchen cabinet and what was growing outside when I started. Yes, I have a lot of stuff in that cabinet and I use a lot of stuff, but I'm also doing more elaborate stuff than the person is beginning, first of all. Second of all, I don't need any of it, but also, just because I don't need any of it to make a stronger spell, to put me in the trance state that I need to project my energy and my intent into the universe, doing those things, putting those things together, writing out my own spell, all is layers of building the work and intention before I release it. Has
Exactly.
nothing to do with the cinnamon I put in there. It has everything to do with what the cinnamon sparks in my mind. That smell triggers something in a sense of my thing. It builds my emotion. It builds my power. I'm writing it into my spell. The way the word sounds, the way the everything is used, it's about putting me in that spot. Not about whether I used a white candle, a black candle, a red candle, a green candle. I can have any color candle. I can have a red candle and do something just as powerful because if I have a tool, I can carve whatever intent I want in that red candle.
Yep.
Right.
Is it
And
better?
you're probably at the point now too where you can cast the spell without any of it. Because I feel like
All you have to do is piss me off, and yes, you can see car wrecks happen right in front of me. But
Just like I
that
said
doesn't
in the
mean,
video, same thing. You
yeah, I
get
mean,
someone
but
mad
I can
enough, or
also,
to get someone excited enough, get someone passionate enough, they don't take nothing.
okay, you're breaking up
exactly.
again. Retrograde is early for poor spin. So as far as the herbs go, though, really,
I'm just not stealing the internet tonight. I'm on my own internet.
Oh, but as far as the herbs are concerned, I mean, if you want to add your herbs or certain herbs to candle spells or whatever, that's fine. Where I feel I really need the herbs is when I'm practicing potion making, and by that I'm saying tinctures and whatever for health reasons. Now, those certainly you do want to use what corresponds to your
Well,
magic. If
yes,
it's
and
something you're going to take time on.
that is a big portion of what I've got in there as well, is actual ones that I use to make not just health products, but beauty products as well, and stuff like that. I make a lot of stuff. There's lots of recipes that you can do, and I have all kinds of stuff up there to do that with. But I also have things in there to do, all kinds of work. I have magnetic sand. I have straw. I have oats up there. Oatmeal. A thing of Quaker oats. Because oats are prosperity. I have all kinds of shit up there.
I know one Tara has right in front of her. I bet you got an ashtray full of
Tobacco.
ashes
Yeah, I
and
do.
tobacco. Yep, ashes and tobacco is great in use for magic. Oh my gosh, I can't
Mac
talk.
it.
Spin, are you sending your retrograde to me now?
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can hear you
Yay!
now.
Awesome. It's because I can't see you guys, and I turned off my camera.
When I move, I'm gonna fart.
What?
Move.
Reagan, we heard that.
I know you did.
That could be magical.
Use my microphone.
Oh my god.
That's why my camera's off. I moved away and I went to move back, and when I moved, bad things are gonna happen. I can't mute my microphone. I'm warning you now.
Kaboom. Don't light a match
I'm
here.
to mute right now. If bad things come out of my microphone, I know nothing. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, I can do this. I'll be back.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god. Oh, that was good.
What the hell is up with us tonight?
Reagan farted.
Why are you fanning it? Can you smell it? You're like.
You're gonna need to burn some incense.
I think I need another smoke.
I had a long walk back. I farted and flew out the window. No, I'm just kidding. I was like, this is gonna be bad. I can't reach the microphone button. This is bad because I turned off my mics. Well, I turned off my camera, but not my mic. And I was like, I'm just gonna scoot over here. And then it came up on me out of nowhere because tummy, and I was like, uh oh. I'm straight from the other side of the room. What do I do now? Sorry, ladies.
It's okay. That's okay. It was just getting
That's okay. Just to let you know, we got watchers.
We do, but I can't figure out who they are.
Well, one is my friend Carmen.
Hi,
Okay.
Carmen.
I'll say hi now that I've talked about my bodily fluids or functions openly on the
Take a shot. Reagan farted.
That's got to be a new thing because now he's on like protein shakes and all this stuff. I eat the stuff with him and it tears up my stomach. I gotta do some.
Well, that was perfect. That was perfect.
That's hilarious.
You know what? You know what? Toy has an herb for that.
I do.
Oh, I have a question. Or actually, I don't have a question. I have something to tell you, Toy.
Well, first of all, hang on, Reagan. It's not an herb. It's called activated charcoal. Okay, go ahead.
I actually have 2 big candles with 3 wicks. I found them.
Boy. Canada
Yeah.
is getting their candle supply coming in.
Yes,
you
we
getting them off
are.
Are you getting it off the black market?
No, actually, I found it at Walmart.
You said black market, not black dick. Don't take a shot.
Oh no.
I am inhaling my tobacco right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's smelling good. Making me want to burn it, but no, not until tomorrow. No, get away.
Ah, screw it. I'm gonna burn mine now.
Oh no.
I have a new excuse for when the non-smokers come at me and and try to tell me how bad it is for my health, like I've never seen commercials or magazine articles, right? And I'm having a spiritual experience. Leave me alone.
Some people burn incense. I prefer to smoke mine. Please walk away.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I know I need to give them up, but it's just like, okay, just,
I quit.
What, smoking?
Yeah.
I'm having one right now.
Yeah, I quit.
I'm supposed to be quitting.
I don't, well, I've quit a few times, I've talked about it before. I quit it with all my pregnancies, and then I quit after my youngest son was born. I didn't start back up again. And I was good until Ty moved in with me, and he chain smoked like no other. And it's hard. Like, I can watch people smoke. I can see smokers on TV. I can be out in public and see people smoking. It doesn't bother me at all. But when I live in a house with a smoker, and I'm in the middle of a conversation with them, and they go, "Oh, I'll be right back. I'm going to go outside and have a cigarette." Well, guess who goes with them? Because I love to hear the sound of my own voice. And next thing I know, I'm smoking too. So yeah, but now that I don't live around anybody that smokes, like, I'm, and they went up $1 a pack here. I'm way too cheap for that. Just way too cheap.
Yeah.
No.
I buy 200 cigarettes for $10.
Yeah.
Where the hell did you buy them at, and what kind?
They're just reserve cigarettes from the Indian Reserve.
Roll your own.
No, they're already rolled.
I'm teasing her.
He's talking about a more spiritual type of incense.
Yes, I'm talking about, that spiritual sage that we need to get a hold of. Yes, that.
You're talking about roll it and pass it.
Yeah.
Let's puff, pass.
Puff, give.
And see, I used to actually roll actual tobacco cigarettes, because they had all of these specialty tobaccos and stuff that they used to sell at one of the shops I went in all the time, and then they changed their tax laws and shifted crap around to where all the tobaccos I really liked, they had to quit selling. So,
we've got some tobacco shops around here that sell all kinds.
Well,
Yeah.
I want to complain.
I'm a shisha connoisseur. I don't waste time with cigarettes. I smoke shisha.
I got really mad. I went into the tobacco world, and I wanted to get some tobacco for this new deity that's shown up. And I walk in, and there's 4 men around this table, and they're smoking cigars. And I'm thinking, oh, I don't like the smell of that. I'm thinking, this is probably going to be a bad idea. But I'm looking, and I'm looking, and I'm like, I'm waiting for help. Nobody helping me. Some skinny guy in the back, real tall and skinny, is standing in the back through an area that says the lounge. And so I even stepped towards the lounge, and there was an old man. He's sitting there, and he's smoking something, I don't know, and he's watching something on TV. But this skinny guy is just ignoring me, just ignoring me, just ignoring me, just ignoring me, and here I am making my living doing things like this, so I'm very upset, But I'm standing there going, okay, so I start examining what he has. I was fixing to just pick up something and just walk out the friggin' door with it because I was getting pissed off. So here comes a man with 2 kids. No, a man and a child comes in, and he goes to the pipes because he's looking at the different pipes. I guess they're going to buy someone a gift or something. And still, nobody comes out. Then another man comes into the door right after that other man, and he goes straight into the humidor area. Still, nobody helping nobody. Finally, the skinny guy comes out of the back. He was the employee. And, of course, he goes straight to the guy, and I'm just looking at him like, you little motherfucker, I'm fixing to mess up your world. If you knew who I was buying this tobacco for, you would be hopping to, buddy. Hopping to. And so he's trying to help the guy, and finally I said, how much is that tobacco over there? Oh, it's over. I'm like, just because I'm female, I don't get help? What the fuck? so pissed off. I don't like that place. That's a man shop. Damn men.
Find out if they have a website and send them a nasty email of how you
Oh,
were
let me
treated.
tell you, I know how to get a hold of and complain about customer service. I was like, seriously? And the man didn't buy anything. And my shit, it was expensive. Tobacco's expensive. I don't understand why any of y'all are smoking.
Maybe you ought to wear a sign around your neck. I am a witch and I have a purpose.
No, I should say, I am a bitch, and my job is customer service, and I'm fixing to fuck your job up because I know who to call. That's what sign I should wear when I walk into a store. I'm like, dude, you are not recruited to work for me. Thank you very much.
No.
Stay here and sell your cigarette, because, My job, you make commission, too. I don't think he's making commission there. He's probably making minimum wage. And it shows. And he's getting lung cancer while he's at it. So there you go. A bonus to the job.
Bonus.
Oh, I'm sorry. I had just now logged into Facebook, and I want to apologize to those of you that sent me a message when I was snapping. I just now got your messages. Sorry. I'm getting back to y'all now.
It's popular. Give her time.
On both accounts, too. It's like I had to put up there, you know, on, well, both my accounts, because I've been getting people that think that when I say I don't want to talk negative stuff right now, just positive, that they think they're, all of them, they all think they're exempt. And so I had to put it out there and just kind of stay off the computer for a while just to, you know, concentrate on my day.
Yes. Just
I
keep taking your anti-inflammatories and everything will be fine.
Yep.
Yeah.
You don't want soreness.
Mm-mm.
Those ibuprofen are good for you.
Well, actually, I was using the ibuprofen that my dentist prescribed for. I can't talk. Prescribed for me. And I do have the Tylenol with codeine, but I didn't take any of that. But you know, because he just told me to take the over-the-counter, and I didn't sleep at all last night because I was like nervous, and then I get up and I go and I'm like really nervous, and
Well,
so
yeah,
when I got
and
home, I took one of these and I passed out.
the codeine and the Tylenol with codeine will inhibit healing too.
Yeah, well, and then Spin gave me permission to take a nap.
Yes.
Naps are
So I took it to the hill. She goes, you deserve a nap. Go back to sleep. So
Exactly.
Yep.
so I
Exactly.
did. Now my
You had a rough day. You
Yes,
deserve
you
to
did.
stay in bed. And
But
no
I
one should have
did,
told
too.
you different.
And then I'd wake up and have to take another ibuprofen because I'm a belly sleeper, and when I'm sleeping, I'm on my boobs.
Oh, no.
It's like, ow, okay, take some more, eat something for dinner, go back to bed.
Not often enough. No.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hold on, guys. I'll be right back.
Okay. Could you mute your
Love you.
mic while you? Could you mute your mic, please, when
Is
you're
there
gone,
anything we
Tim?
need? What time do you want me up tomorrow?
So we know what Blue is doing for Mabon. What are y'all doing for Mabon, or do y'all celebrate Mabon?
I celebrate Mabon. We usually do like a early Thanksgiving type thing with the kids and stuff. Here it's barbecue weather all the way through damn Christmas, so
Got that right.
what are we doing this year? I'm not sure exactly what we're doing, but definitely something. The hell did I do? Yeah, I think, let's see, what did I do last year? I know I did something last year. Because usually we lump it in with my birthday, because my birthday's at the end of the month, so we just do like a thing. One big thing, an excuse, and then I end up buying another cake on my birthday. I'm such a pig.
No, you're not. What is your favorite cake?
Feel free to buy me a cake on your birthday.
It's got to be chocolate.
Yes.
Chocolate.
I knew it.
Yes.
Yeah. It has to be chocolate.
But not German chocolate. I don't know why, but I don't like German chocolate.
I don't either.
Alright, 5.
I like chocolate. I like German chocolate. I like devil's food. I like red velvet. I like vanilla. I like it all.
I
She's
like
To be cake.
chocolate.
You know, I never understood that saying they used to say you can't have your cake and eat it too. Why the fuck not? I mean, if I make my cake, you know damn good and well I'm gonna eat it.
No, it means that if you eat it, then you no longer have your cake. You ate it.
That's all right. I'll just bake another.
I know, but that's what it means. You can't hoard your cake and
Yes,
eat
I
it at
can.
the same time.
Yes,
No,
I
you
can.
can't. Because if you ate it, it's gone.
If I buy it and make it, it's mine. My
Yes.
precious.
Yes. But it's referring to you can't hold on to it and eat it at the same time. If you eat
I'm
it,
holding on
then
to
you're
it
no
with my
longer
belly.
you're not no longer
Eat it.
holding on.
You just won't have as much as you did when you started.
No,
There
if
you go.
So either
it's trying to tell you that you can't have it both ways. You either hoard something or you use something.
If you want to have your cake and eat it too, you better work at a damn bakery.
Right. You need 2 cakes, one to hoard and one to eat.
I agree.
So
I think that
now
works.
we need
And
to
then just,
bake 2 cakes for every time we bake a cake.
what about you, Spen? What are you doing for Maybon? Anything special?
I'm harvesting and hopefully I'm harvesting basil and a bunch of herbs as well as pomegranates. And then with that stuff that I harvest, I'm gonna make like a Thanksgiving-esque type thing go on. And so it's my birthday this month, so I'm celebrating a month. So I'm doing something.
We're gonna have to have an online birthday party for you guys.
I do. My favorite ritual is the Maybon ritual, and I usually have a Thanksgiving type meal. Not Thanksgiving in the fact that it's not like turkey and dressing, but a Thanksgiving meal with all my witchy friends because they can appreciate it. So it's like a Thanksgiving I get to have with my friends, and then a Thanksgiving that I get to have with my family on the traditional Thanksgiving. And last year, all the kids, we put them on the porch and we did scarecrows. They all made their own scarecrows, and then we did a spell to enchant the scarecrow for protection for our porches and stuff. This year, I don't know what the craft will be for the kids, but we always try to have it fun for the kids and stuff as well too. They really enjoyed making their scarecrows and stuff.
I like that idea because it kind of leads you into Samhain.
Yep.
Yes, and then we also we find the exact time of the equinox, and then we dazzle the kids with standing the egg on end on level cement. So that's also something that always amazes them when you can stand the egg on end at that particular time. So that's another tradition we'll do on Maybon.
Yeah.
But I do love the triple goddess aspect of the Maybon with Persephone and Demeter and Hecate, and then we also have pomegranates and apples representing on the table as well too.
Yeah, we usually, with the kids, that's when we start doing all of our crafting. It's a little weird not being in my own place. This is the first year I don't get to do my usual because usually by now my entire house is covered with Halloween. See, for me, I get this stuff as gifts. That's like when people, ask, what do you want for your birthday? Nothing. But if you're gonna give me something, make it something Halloween. I do a lot of Halloween crafts. I make a lot of stuff, and I have a lot of stuff that stays up year round. This Halloween, and that's what's so hard about not having my own place is I'm so used to starting on September 1st and decorating the entire house outside and in for Halloween and keeping it that way.
Yes, I'm missing that right now. I haven't started that yet.
Yeah, so I don't even know how we're gonna do things this year, but I'll still get the kids together for crafts and stuff on Maybon because they always do. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it's just so fun to do that with them. It incorporates them into the holiday very nicely.
yeah. And as soon as they start putting pumpkins in the stores, I have to go get a pumpkin because every year, I let this is so it's horrible, but he has so much fun. I let my oldest son take take an axe to a pumpkin. I don't know why. It's just a tradition. We've been doing it for a long time, and that's his little like ceremony to open up and close out the season every year. Is he hacks a pumpkin to pieces with an axe. I don't know why.
Okay.
You know, actually a
Horrible.
really good tradition because a friend of mine and I used to do that. We would literally smash pumpkins around Samhain, and it was a good way to let go of the negativity of the year, to let go of the previous year's negativity, so that the next year you're free and clear, and there's no more angst, there's no more negativity, there's no more arguments or anything like that. And that's when we kind of hash out, like, when we were roommates, we would hash out all of our BS, and then after that we would just smash pumpkins and then be done. And
Yeah,
then the next year.
yeah, and the ones that he does at the beginning of the season are the ones like we gather the seeds out of those and roast them because he loves pumpkin seeds. We all do.
Oh,
So
those are so great.
yeah, that gets us enough pumpkin seeds to last us through, and then because we all go out and beat the crap out of some pumpkins, and then we do it at the end of the season, and yeah, it's just kind of our closeout. We do it like the first week of November. We kind of close everything out with smashing up some pumpkins. With an axe, though. It has to be with an axe at my house. I don't know why. I think we all watch way too many slasher movies.
Apparently. But at least it's just pumpkin gut, so it's alright.
It's our tradition. We're weird. I don't know.
Pumpkin guts is fine. As long as it's not people, you're good.
Yes, only pumpkin.
Oh, and I should add about what I do for my meal is I try to use things that I've harvested from my land. Like last year when we had the garden, I had squash and corn and potatoes and tomatoes and like all the kind of stuff that we were growing, all my greens and stuff. This year, because we don't have a garden, like a big garden, I still have corn frozen from last year that I'm going to be using, as well as pomegranates and some other stuff too.
That
I
sounds
like the harvest
cool.
of Maybon.
Yeah, that's like really cool.
Well, I think Carrie and I discussed that we were going to go to a local orchard and pick our own apples and, go to the farmer's market and get some things and try to use some of the traditional Maybon foods. Like she wants me to make my homemade bread and
Yeah.
I saw a recipe where somebody was incorporating some raisins and stuff in their Maybon bread, and I might try that one. I don't know. And then just taking it to this. It's a park, but nobody ever uses it, so it's like a forest area. It does have a few picnic tables and stuff. And going out there, using one of the fire pits, casting a circle, and just doing a few rituals, having our meal, and giving thanks that way. It's during the day, during the lunchtime, that we're going to do this while her daughter's at school, because it's her first. This is Carrie's first holiday, pagan holiday. And she just, she just wants to, ease her family into it. I'm like, okay, that would be fun for me.
Yeah. That's cool. I got some people here in town. We're trying to get back together for some more dry lake bedtime, but everybody's working and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. I can't wait to get a car.
There we go.
As soon as I have wheels again, I'm going to be going out to the dry lake bed as often as I possibly can because that is my spot.
I've been trying to get a word in, and I realized that my microphone was on mute.
Oh.
I'm like, I'm trying to talk and talk and talk, and I'm like, why does everybody keep interrupting me?
Well, Tara, you do have a very powerful microphone, and that's why I asked you if you could mute it when you were going to step away, because, you know, I didn't want you to be embarrassed like Reagan was when she farted.
I was just giving my mom a kiss goodnight.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Oh, I'm never embarrassed or ashamed. It just happens. Okay.
I know it happens.
I
But
was
that
just
was
gonna
perfect.
mention that this is gonna be my first Sabbath that I'm celebrating.
Awesome.
Cool. What are you going to do? Have you got any
Um,
plans?
I have a recipe that I found in a book, but I think it's a really good recipe. It goes with the season. It's chicken, vegetable, rice, and peach pecan cookie. No, orange pecan cookies.
Ooh, it sounds good.
That does sound good.
And I'm gonna ask Mom to help me make some bread because on Lunasa we were supposed to make some bread, but I kind of slept the whole day away because I didn't go to sleep the night before. So hopefully I'll be able to go to bed the night before Maybon and be up at 6 o'clock in the morning in order to, you know, get bread baking because she likes to do it first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
Get it at
don't
the
ever knock a nap. I tell you what, I went ahead and I took that. Spin gave me permission, and by golly, I ran with it. Nap is a good thing. Yeah, nap. It was a good thing.
I know I'm actually going to be going to sleep soon because guess who didn't get a nap today? And it's only like, it's not even 8:30 here yet, and I'm already ready to go to sleep. I am so tired. I can't really keep my eyes open. Yeah, and then tomorrow I have a doctor's appointment in the morning, so
Oh, those suck.
yeah.
We have a new viewer. The handle is Mormalith.
Who?
So everybody say hi.
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 If you want to join the chat, all you have to do is friend me on Google Plus, and then I'd be able to invite you. So, because I already tried typing in the name, it won't pop up until I get on my Google Plus. So,
What was the name again, Toy?
Mormalith.
Oh, that's Carmen. That's my friend. Okay, what does she have to do?
She has to friend me on Google Plus. She has to add me into her circle.
Magabella Knit Spells?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay, I'll tell her. Well, she can hear.
She, if she's still there, yep, she should be able to.
Okay.
And R. Haven said she has to go to the store, thanks, because she has to go get something to eat now because I guess they're talking about food. She has to go to the store to get
You're
some food.
welcome. Enjoy your trip to the store. Hope it's
Yeah,
yummy.
whatever it is.
Anyway.
At least she didn't fart.
Well, she hasn't gone to the store yet. Give her time.
I know, right?
I got me some new Palo Santo wood, so I'm
Ooh, I
I'll
love
have to
Palo
get over
Santo.
here, so I'm just smelling it. So if y'all see me do something weird on camera, that's what I'm doing.
Sniffing wood.
I'm sniffing wood.
You're allowed.
Oh,
That's funny.
yeah, you know.
I think I need tea. I think I have to go make myself some tea. I am literally just sitting here, like, trying not to fall asleep. And I'm not, I don't know, I'm so tired. It's just been the shittiest, longest day.
I
Oh,
haven't
you're
been to
telling
bed
me.
yet since, not last night, but the night before last.
What?
I haven't been to bed yet since the night before last.
Why?
Why?
'Cause I can't sleep.
Oh, the wonderful insomnia. I suffer from that often.
I do too.
Usually it stems from there's something really funny on the computer. That's how it starts.
For me, it starts that something really crappy is going on in my life. So I'm like, okay, well, I just need to deal with this. Okay, I'll go entertain myself and find something funny on the internet. And then, like, 4 days later, I'm like, why have I been sleeping? Like, wait, what?
Have you ever gotten on YouTube and you found a video and then you start watching those videos, and by the end of the videos, you now know how to milk an elephant?
Yeah.
No, I don't know how to milk an elephant.
I have learned
I
some
don't
things.
know either.
I've learned some things that I never wanted to learn. I've learned about places I never would go. I have seen things I never will be able to unsee. Oh, yes. And, you know, everybody talks about,
And
the
it's like
deep
a
web
train
and all this. You know, a bunch of people that I watched that on my, I'll think of it in a minute, my vlog channel. A lot of the people I'm subscribed to from there, they always do these deep web videos, you know, because they're talking about all this, you know, the conspiracies and the places that aren't listed on Google and all this stuff, right? All they have to do is just search long enough on Reddit and YouTube and find everything they could possibly ever want to twist their minds with. I'm telling you, you don't have to dig that deep. I love it.
Yeah.
People act like that you have to go to all these links to find, like, bizarre things on the internet. No, you don't. It's everywhere.
I know, it's, oh my goodness.
Oh, and some of the people are so funny, and some of the things that you find are just, oh my goodness. I can't be unseen. And yeah, I've learned some really, really, really useless things. But you never know. Someday it might, you know, come in handy.
I don't know, there's one channel where this guy takes a hot iron ball and drops it on different materials and to see what would happen. Like, he's got this iron ball and he'll heat it up to where it's red hot, and you know there's what?
The iron ball.
You know who I'm talking about.
Yes!
And it's like, why am I watching all these videos?
He put it down through some floral foam, and that was
it.
I've ever seen. Yes.
And then I watch about 3 or 4 more right in a row, and I'm thinking to myself, why am I watching this? Oh, I am really bored.
Will it blend? I love the blend tech guy. He is one of my favorite people. Will it blend? Because he sticks everything in there. He blends everything.
Okay, why are y'all wasting y'all time watching that crap?
I don't know.
That would be my question.
We were watching that guy Beetlejuice the other night. Oh my lord, my sides are still aching.
It's like 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. You've already watched everybody in your subscription list and all their friends too, and then everybody else, and you're like, I just need something weird because at this point I'm either staying up or, you know, so there's no point
And that
in sleeping
Beetlejuice
now.
is hilarious. Oh my god, it's not something I recommend.
You know what I like to find? I like to find the old ghost hunting things from the 80s. Oh, I love them.
Yeah.
Because I got to do that, so I get excited when I find the real cheesy ones, though. You know, like the one guy that he's standing there, and on camera he reaches back and scratches his back and goes, oh, look, I've been scratched.
Y'all are crazy.
Oh, some of the things that
like old episodes of Sighting.
Yeah.
Ladies.
Explain all that.
Yes.
Carmen's not gonna join us tonight, but she might join us next week.
Okay.
She just had a rough week, so far. Or she had a rough day too, so she's not feeling too sociable tonight. But she said that so far we've made her night and we've made her laugh, and she feels really nice. She feels really happy right now.
Good.
Good.
Great, Carmen. We'll look forward to seeing you then.
We will be here. I am sorry. I'm updating on the phone too, so I'm like I'm multitasking. So if you see me distracted, it's because I can't be in this chat at the same time when I'm trying to do the other stuff. Sorry. That's what I'm doing. I'm not. Carry on with your conversation. Let's see, what are we talking about?
I don't know.
Five crazy people on YouTube. I don't.
Oh,
Oh, I forgot. We're part of those crazy people on YouTube.
We are.
Oh,
I love finding like the old like oh my goodness. One of my favorite things is to go and look up like the really bad documentaries on like witchcraft and paganism and Wicca.
Yeah.
Man, those are
Have you
amazing. Oh,
have you
those are
watched any of
amazing.
the old movies on witchy movies or whatever? Some of them from the '60s and everything. And
Oh yeah.
it's like, oh my God, they were all B movies. The acting was horrible.
Absolutely. Fantastic.
If
Love
I
it,
was in
love
a
it, love it.
movie, I'd be in a B movie because I can't act worth patooties.
I can't either. Oh, that was the hardest part of my vid one class was we actually had to, record each other and be each other's actors in that class. Yeah,
oh,
no,
that
not a
sucks.
strong point. Not a strong point for me at all.
I took drama in grade 10, and my teacher said, "Well, why aren't you joining us in grade 11?" And I'm like, "'Cause I can't act." He says, "Well, you were doing great. You were having fun." And the best part about my teacher, Mr. Shardall, was that even though I wasn't in his grade 11 class, he let me go on the field trip to Toronto to see Macbeth.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm.
So that was
Shakespearean
cool.
stuff.
Yeah.
It was the only play I ever saw. Like,
Oh,
professional play.
yeah.
Shakespeare gave witches a face.
Right?
Carmen says Haxan, Haxan, is a pretty weird witch movie.
Yeah, I saw that. That was kind of strange.
Yeah.
I never heard of it.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
Oh, I think it might be on YouTube.
I
Yeah,
think
but on YouTube. Okay, I thought you said Netflix. So I was gonna say American Netflix and Canadian Netflix are completely different.
yeah.
I don't watch those. I don't pay for it. I usually, when I go to movies, I go to the darewall.com. It's all free.
Yeah.
Just have to have a good ad popper or ad block, pop-up blocker, and all that shit.
Yeah. Okay, I'm seriously gonna have to get off of here because I am seriously just about nodding off at this point. I'm so tired.
Okay. Bye,
Ugh.
Reagan.
I'm not too far. I'm not too far behind her, to tell the truth.
No, I'm like,
Well, me neither, because I have a big day tomorrow myself, so I've got to be up early and find a location that I do not know exactly where it is and be on time. I'm ready for picture taking. So not only do I have to appear, I have to appear half put together because these pictures will be going to corporate office. So I'm like, crap.
So this is going to be like the shortest episode ever.
Yes, although I did try to start it at 4:30 my time because I'm trying to get in October Rain Rocks into the chat, and she's in Scotland. So, but she couldn't make it. She was busy with Allie, so. But I did attempt to get her in. Uh, but apparently 10:30 p.m. is too early for her to be able to get into chat because she's got a lot of stuff going on there. So
Poor Spin. Spin's been knocked out of here a couple of times and tried to get back in, and
yep.
she's having some issues.
she's had a rainstorm there, and so she was not having a good time trying to steal the internet. So she was
Oh.
having to use her phone instead. So that's why she's kind of having issues tonight. Technical difficulties from California.
Yep.
Yeah.
If they don't know what to do when there's rain.
There's a cloud in the sky. Freak out. Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, all communications is shut down in California.
The apocalypse.
Her
All right.
retrograde is starting early. Reagan, you have sweet dreams, dear.
Have a good night, sweetie.
Good night.
Oh, Reagan, tomorrow I'm sending your gift out.
Oh, okay. All right. Thank you. Good
No
night.
problem. Night.
Okay, I'm not too far from it either. I'm thinking I'm starting to hurt again. I'm gonna have to take a pain pill and
Yes, keep those pain pills going. Well, at least the ibuprofen. I'm not going to tell you that it always has to be pain pills, but you know that ibuprofen is your best friend
yeah, it
because
is.
anything that keeps the inflammation down, that'll be the best thing you can do. I just
Yeah,
make sure you don't ever get an infection started. So
right. And the inflammation, I think wait a minute, what was it? I know this shit. I use it all the time. My what's that herb I use all the time? I told you for inflammation. Wait a minute.
turmeric,
Yeah, thank
turmeric,
you. Yes, I use
and
that all the
also
time
fish
too.
oil, fish oil, fish oil, fish oil.
I have the
Can't say it
prescription.
enough.
I have prescription fish oil and niacin now. The doctor prescribed it.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
I'm
gonna.
gonna get off here too, ladies. So, you guys have a great night, and thank you for inviting me.
You're very welcome. I sent out a whole bunch of invitations earlier, but one time Brandy told me that she didn't get them until like 1 o'clock in the morning. So sometimes
Oy.
they're not going out proper. So
Right.
I think it's when I group them together instead of send them individual. So
Could be.
I gotta make sure I do it individually so that more of them get to where they're going.
Okay,
So
well,
good,
I'll
thank
see you
you.
next. Excuse me. I'll see you next Wednesday, and hopefully Carmen will join us.
Okay,
Okay, Tara.
I
Hey,
will.
Spin!
I will
Bye
send her
bye.
an. Bye.
Spin's back. Welcome back, my love.
This is what happens when you don't steal internet from your landlord. You get all wonky with your internet.
I told them that's what you were having problems.
They cut my ass off. No.
Yeah, Reagan had to go to bed. She couldn't stop yawning.
Yes, and Catherine's fixing to go down too, so I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I think I'm gonna end up taking another, and I don't know.
I'm going
I don't
to
know.
stop broadcast now. So I just want to tell everybody thank you for watching, and we had up to 5 viewers tonight, so it was awesome. So
And
Awesome.
we're ending an
we will.
hour earlier than usual, so yay.
Yeah, so I'm going to shut it down, but